Here we go. It is 6 o'clock exactly, Monday morning, the 7th of, Michelle, 7th April. Remind me, tomorrow's my brother's birthday. Tomorrow's Drew's birthday.
It's your brother. You should remember.
I probably should set a calendar alert to that. Man, a lot of stuff going on, man. I'll tell you. Hey, Michelle, you dropped Michelle Madness on Saturday night.
I did.
We watched a double feature of movies, and you missed out completely on
the Florida losing.
The what?
Oh, Florida won.
Florida won.
What are you saying?
That's how far out I am of it.
So Florida
They're
won.
going to lose tonight.
What?
To who are they going to lose to?
Hold on.
Hold on. Who's playing tonight in the men's NCAA?
Tell me what color they're wearing.
Hold on a sec. Michelle Madness has gone off the rails.
It is. I don't even know.
What is going on with you?
Most important week, the most important game. She's like, whoever's playing's playing.
I just love to watch the game, man.
Well, this is the big game tonight.
Yeah, I know Duke lost.
It's going to be the University of Florida against Houston.
Oh, yeah. I did see that.
Michelle, what has gone on
you know
with
what?
you?
Is Houston going to win?
They might. They beat Duke in a spectacular comeback.
Well,
and they were a number one ranked team going into the tournament. They're really flipping good.
I am disappointed, Michelle. You've lost it. You
distracted me.
Wait,
come on.
What? Coming on the air? I distracted
on Saturday night.
Because I've got two good movie recommendations.
Yeah.
You know what's amazing is the movies that you can dig up, you can find wherever, whether it was a theatrical release that you missed or whether it was originally a streaming movie. There's just a lot of good stuff out there. There's a lot of crap out there as well, but there's a lot of good stuff. And two movies that are not new we watched on Saturday night, and man, I got a couple of titles to roll out. Also, huge update on what?
Wait.
What?
Fester had a great movie night, too, that he needs to roll out.
Yeah, I was going to get to that.
All of it. We'll get to all of it.
I was going to get to that when the kids are in the car going to school at 7:30.
We'll get to all of it.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Mm.
Yeah, so, Michelle, why are you holding your mic up? Just
because it goes like that, and then you yell at me for it not being in front of my mouth.
Now you're off mic.
So,
now you're all quiet and mousy, and I can't hear you. No, tilt the mic part up. There you go. Hang.
It's kind of limp, if you know what I mean.
Michelle has the flaccid mic.
Thank you.
All right,
we need to just correct it.
I'll come
you know
over.
what? I meant to bring a twisty tie thing that you can
a zip
connect
tie or something?
Yeah, a zip tie. Thank you.
I'll
Fester.
come over there and I'll give the microphone some Viagra to
I think Ron has one in his bondage closet.
Juice it up for you.
I'll go look for
Viagra or zip tie?
Zip tie. I was thinking zip tie, but the Viagra joke was pretty funny too.
Jeez. All right. So Fester took the kids to see this Minecraft movie, which every review that I've seen says it is god-awful. But it had a big weekend at the box office. Did like $157 million at the box office, despite the reviews that say it is essentially vomit on the screen.
Okay.
That it is well, listen, we got some time here. Oh, and then also we've got a big update on
bro.
By the way, that's all of the bros strung together from the crazed charter boat captain from down in Punta Gorda.
Captain Brock.
Brock Horner, was that his name?
He is a star on the internet.
Well,
or a villain.
Listen, the video went viral like what? When did we first talk about Captain Brock?
Friday morning. Thursday afternoon, it started popping everywhere. That's when I first saw it. And then Friday was Brock Day.
Right. So it was Friday. I couldn't remember whether it was Thursday. Oh, because I first saw it on Thursday after the morning show. And then, of course, things just exploded, became a viral video. I mean, all over the place. And there's a big update because Captain Brock Horner has been arrested for jumping on the other kid's boat. I say kid. He was 22
He's
years
22.
old. Yeah.
Let's call a kid a kid.
The other,
he's not a kid.
jumping on the other man's boat, that essentially represents a burglary. We'll get into all this later on, but that dude is done. I think his captain's license will probably be stripped, and he's in big trouble. Not to mention we went through the guy's rap sheet on Friday. Remember, you found bring that back up so we can talk about it later on. But he's had like multiple arrests,
Like a dozen, like a lot.
Oh yeah, and we went through everything and all of his booking shots. This guy's been in trouble since like 2002. All right, so we'll get into that later on, and he's been arrested for jumping on the other guy's boat, and essentially that's a burglary. We'll deal with this later. Plus, there's another Captain Brock.
Yeah.
Oh no,
It's terrible. There's another charter captain with a first name of Brock, but obviously a different last name. And he's been getting a ration of crap, and people are confusing this dude, even though he's up in, I think he's up in Destin or something. He's up in the Panhandle, and people are confused, and he's getting death threats and stuff. It's like, dude, wrong Brock.
Oh, sorry.
Tell you what, bad time to be a captain with a first name of Brock in Florida, right? After this douche boat down in Punta Gorda. All right, so where was I? So we got a whole update on that. Oh, and the whole bro marathon we just played, those were all the bros strung together from the viral video, and Andrew edited them together on Friday. It's Broverload. It's Broverload is what it is. 6:07. Where were we headed? We're going to talk about what? The movie, right?
Well, we're going to get into it in a little while, a little later in the show.
But you did go, right?
I saw the Minecraft movie on Saturday night.
Great. So you took your 2 kids, right? Oh, 3 kids. You took.
Yeah.
That's right. You mentioned to us as we were leaving on Friday, Fester started. This is not on the air. This is off the air, and that now we'll bring it back on the air. But Fester, he, I guess, was bringing his 2 kids and then a friend.
Yeah.
So it was a total of 4.
Yes.
And then Fester was complaining about the cost to buy the movie tickets.
I think it was more just sticker shock of
Yeah.
some of the theaters. I mean, these tickets are really a lot of money.
Fester got some sticker shock on taking kids to a crappy movie. Well, listen, all the reviews said that the movie was crappy.
I know why the reviews say that, and I know why the reviews are all wrong.
Oh, so you're going to disagree with the reviews?
I'm going to bring up a point that nobody's talking about.
You didn't fall asleep and start snoring?
I couldn't.
Hey, Michelle, what movie did I fall asleep in with the kids when they were little?
Cars
2, or was it Cars 1 or Cars 2?
I don't remember, but it's they will never forget it because you started snoring so horrifically with your head back.
I just fell asleep in the damn movie theater. We're just getting rolling. Monday morning, lots of crap going on. When we get back, I want to check the accuracy on something. That's why I want to a fine for not cutting your lawn, but it's a local deal. So this is Pinellas County, it's Dunedin, and a fine for not mowing your lawn, but I want to just read the twist and the take as the story is presented by an out-of-state newspaper and website. See what I want to do here?
Yeah.
So we know the area. We know Pinellas County. We know of Dunedin, obviously. But what happens when a large out-of-state news operation, they do the story on a Dunedin $30,000 long grass, non-lawn cutting story? I thought it'd be interesting to kind of, dive in because we're here, they're there, and interested to see the take on the story. So hold on. First of all, $30,000 fine for not cutting your lawn? All right, hold on. All that on the way. It is the MJ Morning Show. Q105, Monday morning. Traffic with Shriner. Oh, the Cash Kitty's back at 8 o'clock. Yeah, you're shot to win $1,000 with our Cash Kitty National contest. So hold on the way. Stand by. 620, it is the MJ Morning Show, 104.7 FM. Yeah, heads up, Cash Kitty's back. So you're shot to win $1,000 multiple times a day. So first time is 8 o'clock this morning, and then it'll happen right after the morning show at 10. And then there are multiple times after that. So 8 o'clock. So what time is it now? 6:21? Less than 2 hours. Hour and 19 minutes away. Hour and 39 minutes away.
Let's be exact.
Yeah.
Come on,
hour and 39 minutes away. So 8 o'clock, we'll give you the special word, and you text that word to the text number we'll give you. And listen, it's one of our company national contests, but people really win this thing. And we had a whole last time we did the Cash Kitty deal. We had a lot of local winners right here on Q105. So 8 o'clock this morning, heads up. I thought it would be interesting to tackle a story about a $30,000 long grass fine. And I saw this from the New York Post. Saw it on. And I'm like, where the hell is this in Florida? And then I saw it was Dunedin. And I thought it would be interesting. Well, first of all, you know how I feel about certain code violations, or when you talk about HOAs, for instance, and some of the people lose their houses over the mailbox door was open, and just ridiculous crap. And then somebody gets hit with a fine, and then next thing you know, there's a big fight between the homeowner and the HOA, and then there's a judgment against them. There was a story that I have in my pile from last week, which we might be able to work into this, about a lady lost her $800,000 house over some ridiculous fight with the HOA. And that's why I'm not a big fan of HOAs. No. All right, so hold on. Let me deal with the long grass. So this caught my attention. Florida town's $30,000 fine for too long grass is proof that Liberty's lawn is over, essentially. All right, check this out. It's finally spring. Better mow your lawn. So this is a take from up north, up in New York Post, on something that happened here. So I thought it'd be kind of interesting to see what their take and how they've and
how do they view us?
You know what? That's a better way to put it. How do they view us?
All those uppity New York City Yankees.
New York City.
Yeah.
All right. If you don't, better mow your lawn. If you don't, your town government may fine you thousands of dollars a day. So whether it's a municipal issue or whether it's an HOA issue, those are two separate things, but they both bother me immensely. Worse, if you can't pay the fine, they may confiscate your home. 6 years ago in Dunedin, Florida, right here in Pinellas County, Jim Ficken, Ficken.
Yeah.
Yes, Pat, I'd like to buy a vowel. Is there a U? F-U.
I get it.
Instead of F-I-C-K. Well, Mr. Ficken, Jim Ficken, let his grass grow. His mama died, and he left town to take care of her estate. He asked a friend to cut the grass, but that friend died too. Oh, my God. Can you imagine? You go out of town to deal with your dead mom's estate, and then you ask your friend to mow the lawn, and then your friend dies and doesn't mow the lawn?
I mean, poor guy. I mean, he's had some hardship.
Yeah, that's pretty rough. Well, the story continues. In the 2 months that Ficken was away, his grass grew taller than 10 inches. City bureaucrats started fighting him. But they didn't tell Ficken that. When he finally got back, there was no notice of the $500 a day fine. Only when he ran into a code enforcement officer did he learn that he'd be getting a big bill. The bill came, it was $24,454. Ficken quickly mowed his lawn. Then the city tacked on another $5,000 for non-compliance. Ficken didn't have that much money, so city officials told him if he couldn't pay, they would take his home. Fortunately, Ficken discovered the libertarian law firm, the Institute for Justice, which fights government abuse.
I mean, thank God he found him, I guess, right?
IJ Lawyer. That stands for
Institute for Justice.
Institute for Justice.
Yeah, right.
Yes. Lawyer is Ari Bargill, took on Ficken's case. He said, I'm going to deal with the effing government in the Ficken case, arguing that the $30,000 fine violates the Constitution's limits on excessive bail, fines, and cruel punishments.
On the surface, I think I agree. It seems really high for tall grass.
But a judge ruled that the fine was not excessive in Dunedin. Of course, lawyers and judges are very similar. Judges are just lawyers with robes, right? Often they're lawyer/bureaucrats who become very comfortable with big government. I call a $30,000 penalty for not cutting your lawn absurdly excessive. Yeah. IJ Attorney Bargill told police, or told local, where did I get the police from? Told local news stations, if $30,000 for tall grass in Florida is not excessive, it's hard to imagine what is. Anyway, Dunedin's politicians often impose heavy fines for minor transgressions. One resident told us they fined me $32,000 for a hole the size of a quarter in my stucco. What?
Now they're really looking at the house.
Oh, my God.
Now they're sending inspectors around the house.
No, it's not the same house.
Okay, all right.
No. That $32,000 fine for a quarter-sized hole in the stucco, that's a different resident. What?
What's with the city of Dunedin?
One resident told us they fined me $32,000 for a hole the size of a quarter in my stucco, for a lawnmower in my yard. They find people they can pick on, and they keep picking on them. Is Dunedin, or Dunedin, is it that much of a pain in the ass?
Yes.
This really seems like a...
if you look at what they've collected in fines over 5 years, yeah.
In just 5.5 years, Dunedin has collected $3.6 million in fines.
Is that the whole city budget? I mean, this is like a major source of revenue, just finding our residents?
I would assume. I mean, it seems like the way.
How do you not vote for the mayor of Dunedin again?
But then a lot of folks started reporting on these excessive fines and kind of giving Dunedin a black eye and some bad PR. So did they back down in Dunedin? No.
They doubled down, probably.
They continued to milk citizens with excessive fines, and they hired a PR firm.
Great.
The PR firm, to justify all the fines, cost Dunedin taxpayers $25,000 a month. What PR firm what are they doing for $25,000 a month? After the Institute for Justice filed a second lawsuit, Dunedin agreed that Ficken could cut the effing fine and pay less than $10,000. Still too much. But Ficken said, all right, I'll pay the effing Ficken fine.
That's how they get. They just wear you down.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Our founders, says Bargill, the IJ lawyer, recognize that the ability to fine is the ability to cripple. It's one of the ways, other than incarceration, the government can really oppress.
Yeah.
Wow.
I kind of agree with that.
Government routinely oppresses. For 6 long years, Dunedin's politicians oppressed Jim Ficken.
What despicable politicians these are.
I don't remember the story per se, but then again, that was a time where we were up north for a little bit.
So it looks like ABC Channel 8, ABC Action News 28.
28.
Yeah,
they've been working 20 to that 8.
Yeah, they've been working with Ficken for a while. I guess Ficken called the I-Team 5 years ago.
Yeah, so what's the date on the story?
This is April of last year.
Okay. So they finally settled it, but it started years earlier.
Yeah.
Right. So guess what? The story that I just read and the story that I saw was by John Stossel.
Ooh.
John Stossel, he used to, what was his segment? He used to have like a,
Come on.
yeah, come on. What was it?
Really?
He was
like
on
the
he was on
antagonist.
ABC News.
He was the antagonist on 2020.
Yeah, he did the consumer stuff, and he was on 2020. Because remember, he came to town when Dave the Dwarf was barred from being tossed. Remember, Dave the dwarf wanted to be a tossed dwarf
Yes.
in dwarf tossing, but there was some Florida statute that a bar that sold alcohol could not have a dwarf tossing contest. I mean, bizarre.
Talk about government overstepping.
Exactly. Remember, Dave? I'm a dwarf and I want to be tossed. Remember that?
Of course.
So John Stossel, he flew to Tampa and did an interview with Dave the Dwarf, and Dave wanted me there for the interview to make sure everything was in line. I was kind of like his manager, handler, agent. And I remember we met right behind Oyster Catchers, on the Causeway area, because they had this nice gazebo at on a pier, and that's where Stossel and the ABC crew decided to video and do the interview with Dave the Dwarf. So is Dunedin still that bad? With this kind of a quarter-sized hole in your stucco, and some other homeowner was fined $20,000? The hell?
Come on, Dunedin.
That's crazy. That's cray-cray. I wonder if there are any folks listening. Anybody just out of curiosity, anyone have a run-in with Dunedin? Anybody
Pay a fine?
Anyone hit with excessive fines in Dunedin? 800-990-1047. Just out of curiosity. Yeah, if you have any Dunedin fine stories, anything crazy, love to hear from you. 800-990-1047 is how you get in here on the MJ Morning Show. And if we have any calls, we'll deal with those after the break. And we have Morons in the News coming up next. So excited for the Morons next on the MJ Morning Show. My friend... Rolling up on 640, Morons in the news in a sec. First, Andrew, I saw you answering a number of phone calls regarding the question if any of our listeners got nailed by any insane Dunedin violations. I saw you answering calls. Anything brewing over there, or what were the calls all about, Andrew?
Nobody from Dunedin.
Oh, no, what, they're calling for other places?
Yeah.
But other people with stories about HOA issues or city issues?
Not exactly. A little more explanation that a guy who does the electrician, an electrician called and said that the county is a place where they can set their. It's a charter county in that they can create their own.
I have no idea what the hell you're saying.
Like a charter city where they're an incorporated city where they can make their own rules, like the city of St. Petersburg has rules, and every city has their own rules.
Okay.
But it seems like Dunedin in the past has been
just excessive
abusing this power.
Yeah, it certainly seems that way. All right, 641, the Morons are on. I love Morons in the news. 19-year-old arrested after Iowa City police find him carrying a street sign and using a fake ID, so he's nailed twice. Michelle, this brought to mind, Julian told me a story that he was hanging with his friends in Virginia, and one of them...
What are you talking about?
Listen, hang on a minute. Julian told me that one of his friends, when he visited his he visited some school buddies in Virginia.
Yes.
And this was he spent a week there in the summer a couple of years ago.
All right, what did he do?
Julian did nothing but
what all teenagers do.
The friend stole a street sign.
So?
And Michelle and I both yelled at Julian for being in the proximity because just because his friend stole the sign, some street sign they stole.
Oh, man.
And I don't know if it was a speed limit sign or a stop sign, but I remember I read Julian the Riot Act that was there more to the story?
Well, I think they got caught.
Oh, no. The police saw them running.
No, they were caught like everybody else nowadays.
On camera?
On somebody's camera in their house or something. Yeah,
but Julian didn't get in trouble.
No, they just I don't know.
Did the friend get in trouble?
Did anybody get in big trouble?
I don't think anybody got in trouble.
You've never stolen a street sign?
No, I haven't stolen a street sign. What do I need a
Why not?
street sign for?
I'm a sucker for a good street sign.
Oh, get at it. You're telling me you stole a street sign?
Well, yes. Well, you can't just like...
What, like last year?
No. Well, hold on. 2 years ago...
Oh, get out of here.
2 years ago, I picked up an I-4 sign that was like on a barricade. It was like a construction zone.
Yeah, what was it? What did it say?
Was it like I-4 then an arrow?
Like a detour?
Yeah. I was like, that's a pretty cool sign.
Yeah.
Hold on,
So I took that one.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
And you're admitting this on a 100,000 watt radio station?
Thankfully, things said on the radio is not admissible in court, right? I mean, you can't
So where are you coming up with this crap?
We're just joking around, right, Fester?
It's hyperbole.
Hyperbole.
He's just going on with the story.
Where did I hear that before a couple hundred times?
Yeah, you're going to try to suggest that your real story is hyperbole?
My favorite one I stole was... it's easy to steal when you find a down sign.
Will you stop? Why
If somebody hits the
You're
sign,
a grown man. Why are you taking signs?
I have a beautiful, and when I say beautiful, I mean beautiful, Florida Avenue sign.
Oh.
Oh, my God.
Yes.
Are you serious?
It was downed, right? And I'm like, well...
You can't take a
It's
sign just because it's
dangerous.
been downed.
That falls under the FKLW.
Finders, keepers,
Yes.
losers,
Yeah.
weepers.
Yeah,
No,
I mean,
it
finders, keepers,
doesn't.
Listen, the city,
No,
I pay my taxes. The county put a new sign up.
So where's the I-4 sign? Is it hanging in your living room?
It's in my garage. It's in my shed. It's in the shed. It's in the shed where I keep all the heavy lawn equipment.
What is? There ought to be a raid on your house, and they're going to recover an I-4 sign
And a Florida Avenue sign.
and a Florida Avenue sign. Oh
Come
my!
on down.
Well,
You better move it today, Fester.
Come on down.
come on down to Fester's house
Yeah, come on.
and recover lost road signs. Florida Department of Transportation, come on down and get the I-4 sign. City of Tampa, come on down and get the Florida Avenue sign.
I think his was unincorporated, so I think
Hillsborough County?
you think the sheriff's office would come by.
Hillsborough County.
Come on over.
Come on down to Lutz, to Fester's house, and recover your missing Florida Avenue sign.
Chad knows he can come over anytime.
Jeez, you're awful.
Yeah.
You're absolutely terrible. So the reason why I'm bringing this up is a 19-year-old was arrested in Iowa City, Iowa. Cops saw him carrying a street sign, so he ripped off a street sign, and then he hands the police a fake, ID that a lot of college kids have. Oh, man. Police in Iowa City said a 19-year-old was arrested after he stole a street sign and then tried to use a fake ID when officers approached him. So this guy went from bad to worse.
I mean, street signs are really good decoration in like a college dorm
a dorm
setting.
room,
You
yeah,
know, I mean,
right.
who is the cool kid on the dorm that always had the stop sign?
Right,
You know, yeah, that's
exactly.
pretty cool.
Oh, yeah, that's really cool.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man. In a criminal complaint, Iowa City police said that Tyler Benart was seen walking with a street sign that appeared to have been stolen. When officers made contact with him, they said that he smelled strongly of alcohol and had bloodshot, watery eyes and slurred speech. He also admitted to having consumed alcohol. Officers said that Benart then presented a fake driver's license to identify himself and insisted that it was his real ID. When officers searched Benart, they found a second fake ID in his wallet and a nicotine vape and a THC vape in his possession.
All right, great job,
So
Iowa City Police.
He's charged with providing false identification information, public intoxication, interference with devices, signs, or signals, 2 counts of possession of fictitious license, ID card, or form, possession of controlled substance,
What's
marijuana.
the point of all this? Why are we talking about it? We give a PSA. Don't steal road signs. Is that what
Listen, it's
that what-
morons in the news.
Okay.
You get in trouble, then you make things worse by handing cops a fake ID.
I have to know what street sign he stole.
Isn't that felonious? Isn't a fake ID felonious potentially?
That almost sounds like the more serious charge than stealing your
Yeah,
street
no,
sign.
I was going to say that. No, you're absolutely right.
But
100% right.
I want to know what sign he has. Does he have the merge here? You know what sign I always wanted? The deer crossing sign.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
if you head out west, you can even find moose crossing signs.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
All right, then we have a naked man, and Fester, this is one of your favorite stores. Naked man exposes himself to a clerk at what store, Fester, if this is one of your favorite stores?
Can't be the Dollar Tree.
No. Close.
Is it the Dollar family of stores?
Yes.
Dollar General?
No.
Family Dollar?
That is correct.
Okay.
Family Dollar. A naked guy walks into a New Hampshire Family Dollar store and just whips it out. What the hell? A heavy-set man walked into the store naked, wearing a surgical mask, yelled, "Hey," to the store clerk, wiggled his junk, and then walks out and runs. The incident's under investigation. This is in Enfield, New Hampshire.
We don't have video of this?
I'm sure they do. I'm sure the police haven't released it, but I'm sure there is video.
That's the proof I need to see.
I know.
The Enfield, New Hampshire Police Department said that officers responded to the Family Dollar, and now anyone that recognizes the man, so there is video, anyone that recognizes the man should call Senior Officer Crate. And then they list his phone number as they're looking for the Family Dollar junk exposer.
The Family Donger.
The Family Donger.
What are the cops going to call this guy?
Yeah.
I need to see the video.
Well, it's online if you want to go take a look.
I'm going to spend all day tracking this down.
Yeah, go ahead and watch. The video is not going to be tough to find if you want to take a look at it.
I'll tell you what's going to be tough to find. The big chubby guy's wang in the video. Where is it? I see the belly jumping up and down.
It's all hidden in the folds.
Oh.
It's all camouflaged by all the pooches that are hanging around.
What is wrong with you?
It's pooch fest.
When you say a heavyset guy, first of all, just before you say it, I was nowhere near New Hampshire this weekend. But when you say heavyset guy, that can mean a lot of things. That can mean a little pudgy, or that can mean
And isn't that a thing that if a guy loses weight, it makes his junk look bigger?
Which is why I don't lose weight. Which is exactly right. Because,
All right, it's enough.
I'm not going to hurt anybody.
All right, 6:50 at the MJ Morning Show. What else do we have? These schmucks on TikTok. A TikTok video. I don't get this. I just don't understand the people that taunt police. I've got 2 police taunting stories today. And I'll get to one now in Morons and then one later on because, there are people that are making like a career out of like taunting police and then posting the videos on social media. Listen to this one, though. This is out of Memphis. A Tennessee man. Tennessee. A Tennessee man wanted on a warrant was arrested after he posted a TikTok video reportedly challenging the cops to find him. Shelby County Sheriff's Office says that Devon Bart, 25, was found and arrested on Friday after he made a post on social media on TikTok, TikSchmuck. A warrant had been issued for his arrest in connection with a domestic-related assault, and he reportedly posted pictures on TikTok challenging deputies to find him. Hey, coppers, I dare ya. Find me.
Hey, coppers.
I dare ya. So the sheriff's office says that he claimed that if he was going to jail, that authorities would have to find him first, and then he issued the challenge. Yeah, the local sheriff's office in Shelby County, Tennessee, says, we take all warrants and the law very seriously at the sheriff's office. Evading is not a game. He challenged them, and they found him.
Yeah, challenge accepted, man.
What is that? I fought the law, and the law won. I fought the law, and the law won. What a schmuck. That's why we call it Morons in the News, folks, here on the MJ Morning Show. Hey, Fester?
Yes.
There is a big food recall.
Oh.
And based on this particular item, and 2 delicious items wrapped into one, I'm guessing that you have this item in your fridge right now, or you've had this item in your fridge in the past.
Is it two great tastes that taste great together?
It is not a Reese's peanut butter cup.
That would be devastating.
And notice I said Reese's. I didn't say Reese's. And it's not Reese's Pieces. Yeah, people say Reese's Pieces. It's Reese's Pieces. But no, it's not that. But I want to know if Fester has this item in his fridge right now, or if he's had in the recent past. So, and I'm telling you right now, there are people that are listening right now that probably have this recalled food item in their fridge as we speak. What is it? We'll tell you next on the MJ Morning Show here on Q105. And, of course, the 7 o'clock hour starts next. Cash Kitty's on the way at 8 o'clock. Your shot to win $1,000. This is it. This is the launch. We are launching the Cash Kitty $1,000 contest, and your chance to win 5 times a day, $1,000, five grand a day, and your shot to win with our national contest. All right, hold on. All that's on the way. Let me tell you about Plan B. Excited. Brand new game show here on the MJ Morning Show. Is it in Fester's fridge? This has to do with a recall, and I'm going to tell you right now that this item is fairly popular. You'll know the brand, you'll probably know the item, and I'm going to guess that Fester either has this in his fridge right now or it was in his fridge recently. I'm going to guess this is a regular staple in the Fester food inhalation diet.
Okay.
Recall. Johnsonville cheddar bratwurst. Yes or no?
You know what? I feel a way about cheddar bratwurst. And I do not have cheddar bratwurst because
why?
I prefer the regular brats, but I have brats. I actually have them in a freezer right now. But yeah.
Johnsonville?
Yeah, Johnsonville. Okay, if you're gonna buy prepackaged brats,
you buy Johnsonville.
Yeah, I mean you can buy them fresh from the deli case or from the butcher case.
Yeah,
but if you're gonna buy prepackaged ones, Johnsonville's the only way to go. I probably have, I have like the Sam's Club pack where they give you like 3 boxes in one.
I was halfway there, man.
Yeah,
halfway there.
I think I have 2 left.
So you got brats, but not the cheddar brats.
Yeah, I don't.
And this is where they inject cheddar into the meat, into the sausage.
It's like there's chunks of cheddar.
Oh, chunks of cheddar
in the brat mix, which I don't understand because the brats get so
chunks of cheddar just kind of rolled in.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of the cheddar chunk one, but I am a big fan of Johnsonville products.
Like I said, I was halfway there, so I get half a point on that. So Johnsonville is recalling several thousand pounds over chunks of plastic. Instead of chunks of cheddar.
Which would you rather have? Chunks of cheddar, right? Several thousands of pounds. That's not a lot for Johnsonville.
Well, 22,672 pounds.
Oh.
Now, in the scheme of things and what they produce, I'm sure 22,000 pounds is a drop in the bucket. But still, 22,000 pounds of bratwurst, that's to me, that's a considerable amount. So here, I did see a statement from Johnsonville. So here's the deal. Johnsonville is recalling all this brat cheddar sausage deals because of potential contamination. So the U.S. Department of Agriculture's Food Safety and Inspection Service said this, that some cheddar bratwurst packages that include 5 pieces of sausage and the package code B9FOD, apparently there is a contamination risk, foreign material specifically hard chunks of plastic.
What, did somebody drop their eyeglasses or something into the mixing vat?
Something.
I mean, what happened?
Something. All right, but here's the deal. So Johnsonville, they released a statement saying, at a time where all we're hearing is about microplastics, we thought that we'd introduce megaplastic, large chunks of plastic. Yes. You know, just the microplastics, you know, in all the water we drink.
Yes.
And, you know, if you use a cutting board made of plastic to cut up some onions or some broccoli and all this crap that we're hearing about the consumption of microplastics, that's teeny tiny. We decided to go big and put big chunks of plastic in our sausages.
A modern brat for today's person.
For today's person.
Yeah.
Who wants microplastics when you can have megaplastics? You know?
Sounds delicious.
I'm kidding around.
So is there nothing they can do with these brats? If they're going to have almost 23,000 pounds, 22,672 pounds exactly.
Yep, cannibalism. Feed them back to the pigs.
Oh, that's what I'm thinking. you can't feed them back to goats or something? You can't harvest them and store.
No, give back to the pigs.
Give them to the pigs.
Yes.
Give them to all the farmers. I mean, chickens eat anything.
Come on, boy, squeal. Anyway, so heads up on this, and certainly
is it nationwide?
Fascinating. It's a bunch of states.
Okay.
So 10 states.
Okay.
I don't even know if Florida's included. All right, moving along. 7:06. I just wanted to know if you had Johnsonville sausages or brats in your fridge, and it turns out that you got them in your freezer.
They make a consistently good product.
Oh, yeah. All right. 7:06 at the MJ Morning Show here on Q105, 104.7 FM. Hey, don't forget, we get into an hour and 20 minutes of nonstop MJ in just a few minutes. So right around 7:25, 7:26, we'll roll out over an hour and 20 minutes of nonstop MJ. No music, no commercials. It's just nonstop content. Let's deal with a wedding nightmare. Hey, Andrew, can you put the phone call back up there, the David's Bridal phone call? Yeah, put that back up on my soundboard if you could, if it's not there. So I've been sitting on this story since last week, and I just didn't get around to it, but I just thought it was a interesting story. So this woman, Vanessa Martinez, getting married.
Okay, good for her.
And then she has a little wedding dress snafu with David's Bridal. Now, listen, I got nothing against David's Bridal. They're a big operation. They've got, I don't know, how many stores do you think they have nationwide? 500, 600?
Yeah.
Michelle, can you look up? How many stores is David's Bridal? I'm going to go with 500 stores, 600 stores nationwide is what my guess is going to be. Let's see how many they have. How many? Probably got to go to Wikipedia to find out. So, Vanessa Martinez.
190 stores.
Oh, that's it?
It's a big store. It's not. These aren't like small stores.
Yeah, all right. So I was going to say
500.
I mean, how many do you think they have in Wyoming?
0.
Okay, there's a lot of states that probably doesn't have a David's Bridal.
I'm guessing 0. Yeah. All right. So Vanessa has a problem with David's Bridal, and she posted this multi-part video series on social media, millions and millions of views. So she claims that the store said that her wedding dress was set to arrive on March 21st. This is after she was fitted back in early February for the dress at a David's Bridal location. But she was confused because she got no phone call about the dress as promised that it would be in on March 21st. So on March 22nd, she says that she called David's Bridal and the assistant told her that the dress would arrive the following Monday. Next Thursday rolled around, no update on the wedding dress. And in another conversation, she claims that David's Bridal told her she could pick up the dress on Saturday, but then she was told that someone took out her wedding dress already and it went to another Vanessa. I mean, just a weird story. Then, yeah, it's strange. Then she shoots a second video and she showed how David's Bridal had purportedly turned their phone lines off because they were tired of her calling them.
Do we have audio of her saying it?
Well, I here's what I have. I have where is it? Where's the audio? All right. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, I got it. All right, so I'm going to play an audio bite in just a second. So she then claims that David's bridal shut the phones off. Then in another video, she details another conversation with David's bridal and accuses managers of gal-lighting her.
Is that gaslighting?
Not gaslighting, gal-lighting. I guess that she's a girl.
Mm-hmm.
Saying
I've never heard of that.
Then saying that the dress never arrived at all. No, but gal-lighting, G-A-L-I-G-H-T-I-N-G, that's in quotes, so obviously it's deliberate. Then a fourth video involves Martinez recounting how a manager allegedly promised someone would call her in the morning, but the next day she heard nothing. She says that she went on to call David's bridal, where a different manager tried to tell her once again that her wedding dress hadn't arrived. She noted that while the store offered to order another one, this shortens her timeline for dress alterations. Still, for the inconvenience, Martinez claims that the store offered her compensation, which she negotiated up to 30%.
Okay.
All right, so a 30% discount now on this whole wedding dress snafu. Then a fifth video, Martinez shares that the boutique was ordering her new dress and expediting the arrival. Still, the manager was apparently reluctant to give her a tracking number. A manager also claimed that following Martinez's previous videos on the wedding dress, viewers were calling the bridal store. So with the video she posted, people watching the videos were now calling David's bridal on her behalf.
That's right.
Try to stir crap
They're
up.
going to shut down the operation. They're going to slow the whole thing down.
Then in her latest update, Martinez alludes to something big going on behind the scenes. Ooh, there's something really big going on behind the scenes. Oh boy. Yep, big behind the scenes. But remained kind of coy about what it was. Martinez didn't immediately respond to requests for a comment. But still, the comments suggest that Martinez is far from the first person to call out David's bridal. You know what? I'm sure plenty of people have a good experience at David's bridal, but when you're that big, because they're what? They're probably the biggest bridal chain in the country, right?
I mean, Herb's bridal. It's really big.
Skitch's
Yeah,
bridal.
Skitch's bridal.
Skitch's bridal.
Yeah. I mean,
Would you buy a wedding dress for a guy named Skitch?
yeah. Yeah.
So I imagine there are probably plenty of happy customers. But if you've got that much volume, there are going to be some, incidents. There are going to be some things that go wrong. So here's the audio. This is part of a phone call. So this is where she thinks that they've blocked her number and that she's getting a busy signal or that because you can block it. Listen, I can block a number on my cell phone.
Yeah, sure.
I got to believe you can block a number, right? So here, listen. This is her.
Did they just hang up on me?
She's just getting this noise.
I think they blocked my number. Can you give me your phone?
How would they block your number?
It's not even going through. Look. It's already done that 4 times.
What is that? What is that? Do.
I think it's like a call drops line.
Do.
Yeah, like they don't even accept the call.
Anyway, I don't have an update. I don't know. I don't know whether she has. Did you find an update yet?
Yeah, David's bridal. I guess the spokesperson reached out and said that they fully refunded her, and they're going to ensure that she also gets the wedding dress of her dreams.
Oh, so the money back plus the wedding dress.
That's what it says.
Oh, I thought that David's bridal said that they're going to murder her. No.
You know, maybe they want to.
She calls
but
again. We're going to kill the bitch.
I'm sure they're not thrilled about all this.
All right. Well, that's mighty nice of them. So she's going to get her dress, and she won't have to pay for it. So look at that. all this aggravation. She's going to get a free wedding dress. Look at that. And she's going to make a donation to a local food pantry.
She's probably going to get divorced in a year and a half.
Those stories suck, don't they? All right. Hey, Blue Angels over the weekend, I guess they were in the air flying around on Friday. And then, of course, the big demonstrations, Blue Angels out at the Sun and Fun Fly-In out in Lakeland on Saturday and Sunday. So I'm sure plenty of people listening got a chance to see the Blue Angels. And you know what happens when they're doing the practices and they're learning, or they're doing some of the maneuvers and the approaches, and they're going through just the practice steps of performing an air show. They're generally there early in the week, and they're flying all over the place. So whenever the Blue Angels or even the Thunderbirds have done MacDill Air Force Base and the air shows there, you see them for days ahead flying all over the place, and it's pretty fascinating.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
I've seen them many times right over my house. So a couple of things here. Blue Angels are always a thrill, remarkable. To this date, my flight with the Blue Angels in October of 2007 is one of the highlights of my life. One of the most amazing things that I've ever done. And you remember the story? I was supposed to be the third flight. Michelle, was that a Friday? I think it was a Friday. So it was the Friday before one of the MacDill air shows. I was one of three chosen to fly with the Blue Angels. It was a Buccaneer. A Buccaneer went first.
Was it Vincent Jackson?
You could probably look it up.
Yeah.
So a Tampa, this is 2007. A Buccaneer was set to fly with the first flight. A News Channel 8 photographer was set to fly second, and I was third. So the Buck went first, and he got sick and threw up.
Oh.
Sorry, guys. True story.
Maybe it wasn't Vincent.
Then during the second flight with the Channel 8 videographer, the jet broke. So Blue Angels number 7, which is the 2-seater, it broke. They had a mechanical problem. They had to come back.
It was Joey Galloway.
Is that who it was?
Yeah,
he got sick and threw up. Where's he today? Where's Joey Galloway?
He's still puking.
Yeah, he threw up. All right. So then there was a problem with the aircraft, and they had to come back and land. So the Channel 8 guy only got like half a ride or a quarter of a ride, and then my ride was canceled. But they extended for me to get a rain check. And they said most likely I would have to fly up to Pensacola to their home base to get the ride. And that's exactly what they did. So they kept in touch with me, and they gave me a date. Does this work for you? I said, absolutely. And I got to fly to Pensacola. But this was the beauty of it, is that flying out of their home base at the Naval Air Station, Pensacola, it enabled me to get a much better, longer ride and do things that they couldn't do locally. Mm-hmm. So we flew out over their test area and their training area out into the Gulf, and I was able to break the speed of sound, which they don't do here. So I was able to bust the sound barrier, and I had a 45-minute flight, a little longer than what they typically did, and it was just incredible. Again, one of the highlights of my life to this day was my flight in October of 2007 with the Blue Angels. It just tremendous. Michelle, do you remember the name of the major? It was a Marine Corps major.
Nathan was his first name.
Yeah. Nate. God, what was Nate's last name? And I checked on him.
Major Wilson, Major Miller?
Yes. Nate Miller. Yes. Yeah, it was Nate Miller.
So I found the Buccaneers article from 2007 where they talk about how Joey Galloway had a triumphant ride.
Yeah, puked all over the place.
Had a unique experience. Look how happy he is in this
got
picture.
Sick. No, that's
pre-flight.
No, I think that's after. I think it says that's his. Is that pre-flight?
Well, he's not covered in vomit.
Yeah. So Major Nate Miller was my pilot, and he was just fantastic. And I checked on him a couple of years ago, and he was like some base commander now.
No.
What?
He is a chief pilot and aviation strategist. He's retired.
No. But a couple of years ago,
right,
he rose to like a base commander at some marine installation out in California. is where he and then now he's retired.
Yep, he's retired.
Yeah, he was a great guy, but still, anyone that got a chance to fly with the Blue Angels out in Lakeland, I know exactly what that's like, and it is so freaking special because so few people get a chance to do that. And then I was invited to fly with the Thunderbirds. However, there is a code, and I didn't break the code.
Well, you fly with one, you can't fly with the other.
You know what?
Yeah.
Yes, exactly. So
That's cool.
yeah, so the PR guy, Randy Redmond, was that his name? He invited me like 5 years later to fly with the Thunderbirds when they were in Tampa Bay. And I declined. I said, listen, I'd love to do it, but I already flew with the Blue Angels. So I wasn't an MJ Piggy, and I turned down the Thunderbirds.
Did you sit around a small wooden table when you were at MacDill?
Yes.
Yes. Yep.
Okay, so the Buccaneer article
Yeah.
doesn't mention you, but references you.
What does it
says
say?
Galloway and 2 other VIP flyers
VIP flyers.
arrived at their
Hold on, didn't mention me?
Well, it doesn't mention the other guy either.
Oh, in Buccaneers News.
It's the Buccaneers.
Oh, they wouldn't mention one of the top radio guys in the market?
I mean,
so
you weren't going to mention Joey Galloway until I
guess
brought
what?
it up.
Guess what? Well, I forgot who it was.
Joe Schmo.
But hold on, guess what?
What?
My name recognition in Tampa Bay as MJ on the radio, I had better name recognition than Joey Galloway from the
So
Buccaneers.
Joey Galloway and 2 other VIP flyers arrived at MacDill at 11 a.m.
Anyway,
This
so
was on a Wednesday. They sat around a small wooden table with Harry Piper stand and absorbed information.
what?
Harry
I don't know what you're saying.
Stand was
I don't know.
whoever gave you the instructions.
I have no idea. Anyway, so Blue Angels out at Fun and Sun. And you know what else? Quickly. It doesn't appear there were any accidents. Do you remember? I think the Fun and Sun fly-in.
Oh.
I think the Fun and Sun fly-in has become much safer because remember for years we used to call it the Fun and Sun die-in
because of all the experimental planes.
They used to. People would die every year. Planes would crash every single year at the Fun and Sun fly-in. Or Sun and Fun and whatever the hell it is. And it just seems that it's gotten a whole lot safer. I don't recall any major accidents in the last couple of years. All right, 7:21 at the MJ Morning Show. We launch over an hour and 20 minutes of nonstop MJ next. Major updates in the psychotic boat captain crazy viral video. Major update. Also, we got to get Fester's daughter, Hadley, on the phone because they went to see Minecraft. And Fester's a scammer. Of course. Fester was so upset when he was leaving the show on Friday over the cost of the tickets. And, of course, Fester the scammer goes to work. All right, all that and a whole lot more next on the MJ Morning Show here on Q105, 104.7 FM. Hey, if you want to get a... 1 hour, 20 minutes of nonstop MJ starts right now. And of course, you know the deal. You get much more than an hour and 20 minutes of nonstop MJ. We have an update on the insane altercation, confrontation between the 22-year-old fisherman and the insane, crazed boat captain down in Punta Gorda. There is a major update because Captain Brock has been over to the Punta Gorda Police Department. All insane, crazed captains are innocent until proven guilty in a court of law.
I mean, MJ, think about what a stressful week it's been for the Punta Gorda Police Department.
Why? Well, hold on. Why the hell would it be a stressful week for the Punta Gorda? No, it's a stressful week for the parties involved.
No.
What? Why
They had all these calls from people across the country reporting.
Hey,
I mean,
you know what's going on underneath the bridge?
that's true. So
Yes.
yeah, on Friday's show, we did read a statement that we're fully aware. Please stop calling the Punta Gorda Police Department. Oh, and also the sheriff's office down there.
Yeah. Oh, is
What is that, Charlotte County?
Lee County? Charlotte
No,
County?
that Punta Gorda is
one of those counties.
Charlotte
County.
Yeah, Charlotte County. Yeah. Law enforcement. Seriously, law enforcement to say, please stop calling us.
No.
We're aware of the boater incident.
Not that they're not talented crime fighters and law enforcement departments, but they had a lot of pressure from people they don't even live in the area.
yeah.
All right, well, he's been arrested. The news came out on Friday that the Florida charter captain at the center of this viral video has been arrested and booked by the Punta Gorda Police Department. Yeah, the story came out on Friday night. I got a big alert. My phone started buzzing. Yeah. So the incident happened on April Fool's Day. And the 40-year-old charter captain, Brock Horner, has been charged with burglary because he jumped onto the 22-year-old boater's boat, and that constitutes a burglary.
Yeah.
You know, just when you go, you enter a conveyance or reach into a conveyance. Another very important point to remember, folks, is that if you get into an altercation with somebody, let's say you're in a parking lot and somebody steals your spot and then you confront the person. I'm just giving you a scenario. And let's say they're sitting in their car, the window's down, you get into a fight. If you reach into their car, if you break the plane, if your arm or hand is inside their car, if you even want to stick your finger in their face, that's a burglary. If you stick your hand into their vehicle, that could be considered a burglary according to statute. Yeah, the video, as you heard ad nauseum on the show on Friday. And for those that were listening around this time, well, I guess it was closer to 8 o'clock. But on Friday, I neglected to play Andrew's Broathon. The bro verload.
It was an innocent mistake.
Yeah, well, I had so much audio to play, I forgot to do, because I had tasked Andrew. I said, Andrew, man, there are so many bros in this video. We ought to take all of the bros from the 22-year-old who was violated. We ought to take all his bros and string them together.
You know, it wasn't a mistake. It was an oversight.
No, I forgot to play it.
Right.
But then, but we did play it later on in the show. I just didn't play it when we originally talked about it. Around 8 o'clock on Friday. So, of course, the audio is just unbelievable.
Put your lights on.
Bro, my lights were on. I wasn't sitting there. Okay, that's not my dude, bro.
Cost me the up for it.
Bro, I said, bro, you almost hit him. The other dude was cussing you out.
I almost hit him because he didn't have his lights on.
Bro, you shouldn't come flying through the middle of the bridge. You know people fish here, bro. I'm sorry, man. I don't know if that's what you want to hear, bro.
Yeah, you should apologize.
But, bro,
On the water more than you can possibly fathom in your water.
me too, bro. I'm out here all the time, bro.
I'm 300 days a year on the water.
All right,
Every
bro.
day, I'm the best charter captain you'll ever meet in your life.
All right, bro.
Cuss me out.
I'm the best charter captain you'll ever meet. 300 days on the water. Guess what? That's about to go to 0 days on the water.
Man.
And you're not going to be he's not going to be a charter captain, I don't think, ever. This might settle down. But, Fester, you had all of his booking photos and you had his whole, rap sheet on Friday. And this dude, Brock Horner, arrested a dozen times since 2002. Can you find that again?
I was looking for it. I didn't pull right up
Oh,
where
man.
I found it the first time.
And then the kid, the 22-year-old, he starts apologizing and he's cowering because this guy, Brock, the captain, jumps on the kid's boat, the 22-year-old's boat.
Chill, bro. Chill, bro. Please, bro. Please, okay, please, bro. Please, bro. Please, bro. Bro, I'm a kid, bro. Please.
Apologize.
Oh, I'm sorry, bro. I'm sorry, bro.
You're gonna cuss me the
All right, bro.
in the middle of the
No, bro. Please, bro. Please,
Get off my
bro.
boat.
Okay. Please.
You apologize.
I'm sorry, bro. That was not me, bro.
Yes, it was.
I know I
motherfucker.
was here, but my buddy was
Take
on the
me
boat.
back to my
Yes,
fucking
sir.
boat.
I'm a kid, bro. Please,
I don't
bro.
care. You don't cuss me
Yes,
the out.
All
and
right.
talk to me.
Yes, sir.
You don't do it.
That's why I keep calling him a kid, because he calls himself a kid.
Yeah.
So I got a couple issues with the guy, the other guy, the victim.
Yeah.
One,
All right.
the victim is not a kid. He's
Right.
22 years old. He's a grown ass man. And
It's not like he was 12.
for 4 minutes,
Yeah.
this 22-year-old
Mm-hmm.
victim,
Mm-hmm.
all right,
You
he's
think
a victim.
you think he kind of goaded him?
His mouth was writing checks that his ass
Mhm.
could not cash.
When Captain Brock finally jumped into his boat.
It's one thing to get into a quick disagreement with somebody
Right.
and part ways. But
Right.
if you're going to engage somebody again and again and again and not end it or drive away,
Right.
he entered a realm of the possibility of throwing hands, which
Yep.
this guy is in no position to do.
Let me
And he
add.
is a punk
Let me
for
add
doing
some-
it to Captain
Uh-huh.
Brock.
Let me hold on. You're coming to Captain Brock's defense?
No.
Captain Brock was completely wrong in his actions.
Yeah.
But
So you're saying it
He
takes
was-
two to tango,
he was-
and both are at fault.
the kid should have shut up and said, "Sir, it wasn't me. I'm sorry."
let me-
and troll
Yeah.
away.
All right, let me-
He
Go
said,
away.
"You don't race through here.
All right.
You know people fish here,
All right,
bro."
all right, Fester. Let me tell you.
But-
Let me tell you who I have a problem with. What about the other, the customers?
The paying
The-
customers.
The other guys that were on Captain Brock's boat. Why did they tell their captain, dude, back off?
Does it-
Stop it? Come
Wait,
on. What?
Does it sound like anybody can tell him anything?
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, he sounds like their lives are in his hands.
Yeah, I mean, MJ, we're on a fishing charter, and this is the guy. I'm like, just shut up and let him get us back to
Yeah,
port.
yeah.
Just shut up. This can't get any worse.
Right.
Oh, no, this is getting worse. Oh, no, this is getting worse.
And you know how pervasive this is? The boat maker, Captain Brock's boat,
Right.
had to issue a statement.
What?
On their
What?
yes.
Tell me that.
Pathfinder Boats. At Pathfinder Boats, we believe the water is a place for adventure, respect, and responsible seamanship. As passionate anglers and boaters, we hold ourselves in our community to the highest standards of conduct on the water. The actions displayed by Brock Horner do not reflect these values, and we want to make it clear that we have no affiliation with Brock Horner or Tarpon Coast Fishing.
Absolutely.
Wait a sec.
That's the
So
manufacturer.
the boat manufacturer, they're getting heat because the wacko captain was in one of their boats?
Yeah.
What's the boat maker again?
Pathfinder.
Pathfinder Boats?
Or, MJ, they're using this as an opportunity just to come out ahead of it. I don't think anybody's coming back to the manufacturer. Nobody goes to the car manufacturer in a car chase and say, well, you know, you had a Ford Mustang. You had a Dodge Hellcat. You know, well, Dodge has to come out and make a statement. Nobody does that.
Jeez.
We're not affiliated with those
Yeah,
felons
I
that just
don't
robbed the
think
bank.
Yeah, right?
And then the 22-year-old, what's his name? Gage?
Gage, G-A-G-E.
Yeah. So Gage, the 22-year-old who kept trying to cower like a kid,
Should have had like a
listen,
12 gauge on.
He's yeah, Gage should have whipped out a 12 gauge.
Oh man.
So, listen. The captain's at more fault than Gage, but I do see what you're saying. The Gage probably just should have just not engaged, right?
Thank you. Exactly right.
But what we did notice, and there's a couple more items here I didn't know about. Thank you, Michelle, for digging up the boat manufacturers now saying, don't blame us. We just made the boat. People are really giving the boat manufacturer a hard time.
They must be.
Why? Why would you give? All right. So the bros were out of control. In the long video, it is amazing how many times the 22-year-old victim, Gage, said bro. And on Friday, I had Andrew take all of the different bros and string them together. Folks, this is what we call bro-verload.
Bro, 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 bro. Bro, 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 bro.
Those are all the bros with no repeats at all. All the bros.
So when Captain Brock boards Gage's small vessel,
yes,
Captain Brock is the one that pulled the accelerator or engaged the engine.
Yeah.
I thought this whole time Gage was like, let me get the hell out of here. This guy's on my boat. So not only did the captain board his boat, he also moved it quickly, rapidly.
Right.
That's why the guy's freaking out with the screaming, bro, please.
So Captain Brock has been arrested. You know what, Michelle? From now on, when we have a disagreement, I'm just going to remind you that it could be a whole different situation, that I'm not acting like Captain Brock Horner.
Really?
In fact, you know what? I think that he ought to come up with bracelets. Remember the What Would Jesus Do bracelets?
WWDD?
He ought to come up with WWCBD. What would Captain Brock do?
Then do the exact opposite.
Go ballistic.
Just do the exact opposite of what the bracelet tells you.
Go absolutely nuts. But then we have another charter captain whose first name is Brock, completely different last name, and he's getting death threats. There's another Captain Brock. How do you say this? Some of these Florida, man. Some of these names. Chokoloski?
Is that the city or his name?
No, no. This is the city. I guess this is down in like the Everglades or something. Chokoloski, Chokoloskee. Captain Brock Wagner.
I type in Captain Brock Chokoloski.
Yeah.
And his webpage is the first thing that pops up.
All right, stop. Don't read that yet, because I'm about to get there. So Captain Brock Wagner is also getting threats, death threats, because he's being mistaken for Captain Brock Horner. It's just so unfortunate to be a fishing charter captain with the first name of Brock right now.
I mean, you're a captain. You have this kick-ass name, Brock.
So Captain Brock Wagner, not Horner, told NBC WBBH down in Fort Myers that his business has taken a hit, and he's even had to send his wife away for her own safety after being wrongly accused of being the other Brock in the video. Because we had the same first name, people somehow assumed that I was the culprit. I was completely unaware. This is a nightmare, Wagner said. He just shares the first name. That's it with Captain Brock Horner, and that's it. Brock is the only similarity. Wagner is nearly 20 years older, lives 100 miles away in the Chokoloski area. Holy crap. And Fester went to his website. He's got when you go to Captain Brock Wagner's website,
CaptainBrockWagner.com, spell it out.
The first thing you see is attention. There is a negative viral video about a Captain Brock with an aqua boat out of Punta Gorda. This is not me in all caps. I have the unfortunate luck of sharing the same first name, and I have the same color boat. I am Captain Brock Wagner and fish in the Everglades and not the one in the video. I'm a hardworking family man, and this is affecting my business and family. Unfortunately, we are also getting threats. Please help us spread the word. Sincerely, Captain Brock Wagner.
Oh.
Not, how do you, Andrew, how do you say it?
Pronounced Chokoloski.
Chakalusky.
Thank you, Andrew.
Chaka Khan? Chakalusky? Chakalusky?
That's right.
Chaka Khan?
That's where Chaka Khan got the
Let me rock the
inspiration.
Chaka Khan, Chakalusky.
The original song was "Let Me Rock Your Chakalasky." All right, so this captain.
Guess what? I feel for you.
This Brock
Captain
Wagner.
Brock Wagner.
Hey,
Da, da, da.
let's call him up and let's go on a fishing charter with him in a couple of weeks. The innocent Brock.
Well, let's spread the word. Hold on a minute. So that's his phone number? Hold on. This is Captain Brock Wagner's phone number. Let's call him. One, is it 239?
You see it?
No, go to the bottom. Go, leave it where it is, right there. 239.
Hold on, I don't think that's his site.
It says, hold on. What site are you on?
I'm on Brock Wagner's site.
Right, hold on a minute.
It doesn't say call this number. These are like accommodations if you're going to stay in the Everglades.
Oh. So what? All right, Fester, just go to his about book it.
Book it. I'm trying to.
Does he have, oh, here we go. Any questions? There we go. That's his number. Okay, stop right there. 1239 231. All right. All right, Andrew, get ready to pick up the line, all right? All right, pick up line, hot one, and see if, tell him we're the MJ Morning Show up in Tampa Bay, and we want to spread the word that he's not the maniacal psycho Brock, okay? That he's level-headed Captain
Yes.
Brock. We want to help him spread the word. All right, Andrew, let me know if he picks up. We'll get him on. Man, I feel so bad for this guy.
I know. It's
Poor
terrible.
Brock Wagner.
Michelle, did you hear that this Brock Wagner might even do some charters up in like Gulfport area?
Yeah, a friend of ours contacted us on Friday because
Right.
maybe at one point we only said like Captain Brock.
Up, Captain Wagner's on the phone.
Let's
Yeah.
go.
Oh my God, Captain Wagner, welcome to the MJ Morning Show here in Tampa Bay on Q105. How you doing?
Fine, thanks. How you guys?
Oh man, we just want to help you out, man. We just want to help. Listen, you asked to spread the word that you're not the same Captain Brock, that you're a whole different guy. So we just want to take our 100,000 watt radio station covering a chunk of the west coast of Florida and help you out, Captain.
That's fantastic. Thank you so much, guys.
Has it cooled down at all, or are you still getting the business?
Yeah, it has. I mean, I still get a call every now and then. I did not get any calls last night for the first time. So
Oh, that's good.
So that was a plus.
All right. I mean, how like just the bad luck that you have the same color boat and you both have the first name Brock. That's just bad luck.
I know. I've always liked my name, but it was not a good day to be a Brock.
Were you aware of this guy Brock? Because he's about 100 miles away from where you're based. Were you aware of him?
No. I'm so far down south in the Everglades, man. I don't barely know anything. I don't read.
Oh man! Somebody said that you have fished up in Tampa Bay, maybe Gulfport. Is that true or false?
That is false.
Okay. So that information that we heard from somebody is false. All right. So, what is the plan going forward? The plan is just to try to get the word out that you're not the same Captain Brock. What were your thoughts when you saw the video of Captain Brock Horner jump on this 22-year-old's boat and you saw the altercation? I mean, you must have been horrified.
Yeah, I mean, as a captain, I mean, good Lord. I mean, we've got to be better. I mean, you see road rage incidents all the time. You see rage at the boat ramps, and there's all kinds of people acting foolish. But yeah, I mean, it was a dangerous thing for Captain Horner to do. First off, he jumped on the kid's boat, or not kid, the guy was 21, but he jumped on the young man's boat, and then the man sped off. I mean, Captain Horner could have fell in the water. He could have got hit by a prop. A lot of bad things could have happened. I mean, Florida's a stand your ground state at that, I mean, a lot of bad things could have happened. Thank goodness, there was no fist thrown, and I mean, there was, everybody seemed to survive it okay, except for Captain Horner's career.
Yeah,
But,
that's sunk, man. I can't imagine he's going to bounce back from that. Also, apparently he's had a lot of issues. Fester, who's on my show, Fester, you found like booking photos for all kinds of incidents with him going back to like 2002.
Yeah, he's been arrested like 15 times in the last 20 years.
Oh, yeah, starting at age 18, he was arrested for petty theft.
Oh, yeah.
yeah, I don't understand that. I'll be honest with you, because when we go every 5 years, us captains have to go through a re-credentialing, and we have to go through Homeland Security. So I don't even understand how you could have a captain's license with that much baggage.
That's interesting.
Well, Captain Brock Warner
Wagner.
Wagner. I'm sorry.
Now you're going to get another.
Yeah.
You're going to get your Captain Warner in trouble.
Yeah,
now.
I don't want to confuse anymore. All right, so folks, go ahead. If you want to fish the Everglades, get a hold of Captain Brock Wagner. Nothing to do with this Horner guy. And let's make sure that Captain Wagner's business does not suffer because of this unfortunate coincidence. So, hey, Captain, great to have you on. And I appreciate your time.
My pleasure, guys. Thank you.
All right, you bet. Have a good one. All right, that was good. Picked up the phone. Fantastic.
Seems like an awesome guy.
All right, 2 other quickies here. And then we got to move on. Fester, what are you giving me a hand signal for?
My movie review window is closing.
Oh, are they available now?
Right? Yeah, they'll finish up. But yeah, we have like till 8 o'clock. So I'm just
All
letting you know.
right, I'll finish up here quickly.
Okay.
All right, 2 things. So a restaurant locally is offering the berated captain Gage towels, the 22-year-old. It turns out that Eddie's Bar and Grill in Dunedin is trying to give him a gift certificate.
Thank you. Thank you, Eddie's. Thanks for helping.
So Eddie's Bar and Grill in Dunedin is trying to get in contact with the victim, Gage Towels, to offer him a $500 gift card. Not to the restaurant, a $500 gift card to spend at his favorite fishing store.
Great.
Plus, I'm sure they'll also have him in for some wings and beer as well. All right, so that's the other thing. Oh, and then the attorney for Brock Horner, the psycho captain, he comes out with a statement. Did you see this?
What did he say?
Statement issued from Brock Horner's attorney. As both Brock Horner's attorney and his friend, I want to address the recent video that has circulated widely online showing an intense exchange between Brock and a young man named Gage. First and foremost, Brock sincerely apologizes to Gage's family, and to anyone who is frightened or upset by what they saw. He is deeply sorry. What began as a moment of frustration and concern escalated in a way it simply should not have. Gage handled the situation with impressive composure and class, and that level-headedness helped prevent things from becoming far worse. What? That this guy's client and friend might have gotten even more nutso on him? Brock is not proud of how he acted, but it's important to remember we are not the sum of our worst day.
All right.
That video captured one moment, not the whole of what it is.
Okay.
Since the video went viral, Brock's business has been destroyed, his reputation damaged. Oh, so we're supposed to feel bad for this guy?
Yeah, just laying out the facts.
Your actions have consequences. So, since the video went viral, Brock's business has been destroyed, his reputation damaged, and his family, including his wife and mother, have been harassed and even threatened. Some have gone so far as to question his military service and accuse him of stolen valor. Didn't he claim he was like an Army Ranger or something? Or
in the
video,
he mentioned
somebody
his military
says
service.
or something about Army Rangers. Let me be clear: Brock is a decorated combat veteran who was severely injured in Afghanistan. He served honorably, earned multiple medals, and suffered a traumatic brain injury in combat. Are they going to say that that's why he flipped out? He is recognized as 100% disabled by the Department of Veterans Affairs. That's not an excuse, but it is part of his story. He stood up when this country asked him to, and that service deserves to be respected. We live in a time when online outrage can quickly spiral into personal destruction.
Okay.
But just as Gage showed grace in the moment, I ask others to do the same. Let's hold people accountable, but also give them room to grow and make amends. Brock is committed to doing exactly that. Scott Weinberg, attorney for Captain Brock Horner.
Scott Weinberg sounds like a great lawyer. He wrote a Picasso on that one, man. Made him sound fine.
He has to pass a physical to get this license. I'm looking at it, what the other Captain Brock was describing.
Right.
And about you have to go through the TSA to get this special license.
Okay.
A physical is required. So if he's that, I don't know, PTSD or has some other issues, a brain injury, then perhaps he shouldn't have passed the physical.
Well, no.
I don't know. It's kind of conflicting.
It's a physical. It doesn't affect his body.
And Michelle's very pro-military. Michelle's a Marine brat.
Absolutely.
Michelle, your father was a Marine Corps gunnery for what, 28 years or something? 26, 28 years. You were all over as a kid. You were in Virginia Beach, Albany, Georgia, Honolulu, Hawaii, Yokosuka, Japan for 5 years.
All right, we all love the military. Okay.
Why you shut up over there? I'm trying to,
All right, we get it.
All right.
We need to get a Hadley.
I'm a little blocked out.
All right, and then one last thing. Then we got to call.
Out.
You're brocked out.
I mean, I'm a little brocked out. I'm not lying. That was a long statement from the lawyer, and I don't know. We need to do the whole damn thing.
You're fed up with the Brock croc.
Yeah. I'm sure we'll talk about Brock again later.
You know. All right. So one last thing on Brock. So I get a direct message from Tracy Foster.
Oh, good, more Brock.
Yeah, Tracy Foster, whoever you are, commented, "MJ, you're just a jerk for making fun of this situation. Mm-hmm. Eat turds."
Okay.
That's a direct message at Certified MJ Radio. Tracy Foster is telling me to eat turds because she was pissed off at the bro compilation. So she was angry at this.
Bro.
All right, there's still 15 seconds more, bros. So she wants me to eat turds. Calm down, Tracy. Sounds like she'll jump on my boat and start attacking.
Not your boat.
My car. She'll jump into my car. All right, we got to call your daughter Hadley. So let's get her on the phone first, and then we got to hear about Fester. Dude, I can't believe how you operate. You're a walking scam show.
So?
All right. All right. And then Cash Kitty's coming up at 8 o'clock. So at 8 o'clock, we'll do you have my word? I don't have the word anywhere.
Oh, no, we need the
I
word.
don't have it anywhere.
Where's the word book?
I don't know. I can't. Can you? Yeah, can you help me find that? I have no idea where it is. It's somewhere around here.
You have 5 minutes to make up a word, Andrew.
Yeah. No. We'll All right. So.
All right.
Calling Allison, Fester's wife, and they went to see.
Hello.
Allison, hey, it's MJ and Fester and Michelle. Good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
Is Hadley nearby?
She is. 1 second.
Thank you very much. All right, so this Minecraft movie has gotten.
Hello, Mr. MJ.
Hello, Miss Hadley. All right, so this Minecraft movie has gotten terrible reviews, but hold on, Hadley,
Hold on, Had.
did you just gasp?
Yes, I did just
Hold on. Let him finish.
All right, so the movie has not gotten good reviews. It did very well at the box office. So Minecraft with Jack Black and who else? Momoa.
Jason Momoa.
Right. So the movie did like $157 million this weekend. So incredibly strong box office this weekend. But reviews have not been pleasant. We've got the Fester scammage. We'll get to that in a second. But Hadley, do you disagree with the bad reviews?
Yes, I do. It had lots of Easter eggs, tributes to Minecraft YouTubers, it had real Minecraft YouTubers in it, and it was honestly awesome.
Do you play Minecraft? Have you ever played Minecraft?
Yes, I do.
Have you built something that looks like Elon Musk's Cybertruck?
No, those, in my opinion, are literal doorstops on wheels.
They do look like doorstops on wheels.
That's great. So, Hadley, you give Minecraft a thumbs up. So you're bucking the other critics out there.
Yes.
So all kids should go see it?
Wait, what?
You think all kids should go see it?
Yeah.
Should
I really do.
should all humans see it?
Most likely, yes.
Hadley, what do you think I would think of the movie? Would I enjoy it, or would I curse you for making me go?
It's kind of somewhere in the middle. You got to understand where it's coming from. It's coming from the Minecraft, part of YouTube. It's coming from, Minecraft. It's coming from everywhere.
Okay, well, hold on. Is it coming from Minecraft, or is it coming from everywhere?
Yeah, where the hell's it coming from?
See,
it's coming from a little bit of everything.
See, here's the thing, MJ. Tons of kids were getting dropped off. As we pulled up to the theater, there were moms and dads pulling up, just picking up their teenage kids who went to go see the movie. And I don't get to the theater that often, but that seems like something you just don't think of anymore.
If you look at Rotten Tomatoes, the critic score is 47%, and the viewers, the customers, or the popcorn meter, that's at 87%.
Here's the deal.
So a big disparity between the critics' view of Minecraft and the end user, the popcorn chewers.
Here's the thing. All of the reviews were written by middle-aged men or people who aren't into I'm not into the Minecraft world, and I would have told you this thing is dump. It was awful.
But wait, I'm reading a review on IMDb, and just to put things in perspective, on IMDb, it has a 6.1. Snow White has exactly the inverse, 1.6.
Oh, Snow White with a 1.6.
Jason Momoa was absolutely fantastic in this movie.
Yeah.
To me and my wife, he was the highlight.
I mean, the kids were applauding in the theater. I mean, I'm watching a movie, and then suddenly the whole thing erupts in applause.
Right, so there's
what's that?
There's a disparity. Hey, Hadley, have a great day at school, okay? And then we got to talk. I don't want you to be on the phone when we talk about your dad's devious tactics, okay?
What did he do?
Hold on. Hadley.
Father, what did you do?
Hadley, before you hang up, just tell old Uncle MJ here where we went for all of our snacks.
We went to Dollar Tree.
Perfect.
So you hit Dollar Tree before the movie theater, so you didn't have to buy a $9 box of gummies
I
or
told
something.
the kids, look, we're not gonna spend a.
Absolutely.
All right.
All right, Hadley, have a great day at school. All right, we got to get into quickly.
Yes.
Fester's scheme. We'll get into that momentarily, but first, she's back. The Cash Kitty is back. Where's my page of all the meows and all the noises?
I could fake them if you
all
want.
right, hang on. Oh, here we go. Here are all my meows. Yeah. Oh. All right, there it's the Cash Kitty. She's back. Your chance to win $1,000 right now. So this hour's word, the first word is contest. Text the word context nationwide to 45. What'd I say? Contest.
You say contest or context?
Contest.
I feel like you said two words.
No. It's contest.
Contest.
The first word is contest as we launch the contest. All right.
Do you have to use the word contest in the right context?
No. All right. Shut up. All right. The word is contest. Text the word contest, CONTEST. Text that nationwide to 45911 before 8:25. It used to be you had to text it before quarter after. Now you've got a 10-minute longer window to text your word. Yeah.
So be sure you're in a safe spot. Don't text and drive.
All right, so I might have said context because I might have conflated text and contest.
All right.
All right. So right now, folks, text the word contest, CONTEST, nationwide to 45911. Text it before 8:25, for your shot at $1,000. Or you can enter it on the Q105 app or myq105.com. Good luck. The Cash Kitty's back. This is the first one of many, many weeks. And then we'll also do it again at 10 a.m. right after the morning show, another $1,000. Then we'll do it again at noon, and then again at 3, and then again at 5. All right? So it happens 5 times a day here on Q105, so good luck. All right, back over to Fester here quickly. And Fester was belly aching and pissing and having a fit on Friday. This was just... So when we're wrapping up the show, I'm wrapping up the show on Friday, and I'm looking at Fester on our shared computer screen, and he's got the movie theater seat map out. And I couldn't figure out what he was doing, but after we shut down the show, I found out that he was trying to buy tickets for Minecraft for himself, Hadley, Hudson, his 2 kids, and then a third kid. You were bringing, what, a friend?
Yeah, Hadley and her friend came up with the plan. It's all their fault.
So Fester's trying to buy, what was it, a total of 4 movie tickets.
4 tickets.
4 tickets. And Fester, this is Friday, right when we're shutting down the show. Shut the mics off. Have a great weekend, everybody. Let's be careful out there. And Fester's like, son of a... And Fester, what were you saying, that the 4 tickets were going to cost you $100 and something bucks?
$104.
$104 for 3 kids and an adult. So Fester's over here, belly aching. That seems like a lot of money for him to go. That's before the concession stand, right?
Yeah, and what happened is...
That's why you stop at Dollar Tree and buy dollar snacks, right?
That's no joke. Everybody gets one thing. But
What?
No, we loaded up. But there's different theaters. I guess this theater, they have different levels of seating, and the medium price seating was already gone because this is the day before that I wanted to go, and they only had like the exclusive box seating.
Yep.
So it was not like it was all their tickets were $25 a head. It was just these special box seats were, and eventually I imagine they sold out as well. But I was like, I'm not paying $104 to drag somebody else's kid to a movie. You know, no way.
So Fester's already scheming on how he can save money.
Yes.
And the first thing I heard was, I'm just going to buy all kids tickets.
Yeah, buy all kids tickets.
They're not going to look. They're not going to see. Fester's like, I'm just going to buy all kids tickets. They're not going to even see. So did you end up buying a kid's ticket for yourself?
No, I did not.
What'd you buy?
A senior ticket.
You're not a senior citizen.
Yes, well, over 60, they say, senior.
Well,
they
you're
say
not,
like $2.
you're not even close to that.
So then
you bought a senior citizen ticket?
From the movie theater that had just like this reserved box area with expensive tickets. It wasn't an AMC property. So I was like, let me look at AMC. AMC West Shore is probably our first choice. Even they were like $75 for 4 tickets. And then I said, ugh. I tried the AMC Veterans, the one on Anderson Road, and it was like $56 for 4 tickets. I'm like, all right, I'll buy that one. So 3 kids, 1 senior, $56 to see the movie. I felt that was a pretty decent, fair price.
Yeah, that's a great theater. We go there all the time.
Yeah.
All right. Fester's is a walking racket.
Took him to Dollar Tree. I was like, kids, anything you like. We got $18 worth of candy from the Dollar Tree.
What?
Did you let them eat all of that during
my
the 2-hour
God,
movie?
You poisoned them with sugar.
I mean, it was like they were shaky.
They were vibrating.
I dropped the kid back off at her house, and she was like in a sugar coma.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. She's like, all yours now. Do it again in a couple of weeks.
It's terrible. All right. I got a feature here this morning I'm going to launch called Tampa Bay Gone Crazy. It's a new feature here on the MJ Morning Show. Tampa Bay Gone Crazy! I don't know what it is, man. The last couple of days, just the whacked out stories that have emerged. I mean, a couple of shootings on the road. Road rage. All right, here we go. Let me start with 8:06 at the MJ Morning Show. 8:06, MJ Morning Show, Q105, 104.7 FM. Thanks for listening, folks. Have you noticed no commercials in a while? That's because we're doing an hour and 20 minutes of nonstop MJ. Every single morning at about 7:25, we launch over an hour and 20 minutes of nonstop MJ, just nonstop content, and it brings you phenomenal content like Tampa Bay Gone Crazy. All right. 2 stories regarding shootings. What are you laughing at?
I don't know. Maybe we should take a commercial. I don't know.
All right.
This better be good.
Listen to this. A biker, a motorcyclist, wearing an Outlaws MC jacket.
Oh, no.
MC, of course, motorcycle club. It's like Sons of Anarchy, right?
Yeah, right?
The Sons of Anarchy MC.
Well, Sons of Anarchy is not a real motorcycle.
No.
But they're like based off the Hells Angels.
Yeah.
And the Hells Angels, are in one part of the country and the Outlaws are in another. I don't know how that works.
So a motorcyclist wearing an Outlaws MC jacket apparently fired shots at a car on I-4. So FHP, they're trying to find this biker who fired shots at a car on westbound I-4 early on Sunday morning. This is according to FHP. A man, 34 years old, from here in St. Pete, was traveling on I-4. This is in Tampa. This is early in the morning, 2:28 a.m., when he spotted several bikes driving erratically with another vehicle on I-275 west. All right? I-275 west. I kind of do 275 north and south, right?
275 is a north and south.
Yeah, but what the story says west on 275. Anyway, so, I-4 goes east-west. But, when you're on the Howard Franklin Bridge,
You're physically traveling west.
you're
when
actually
coming to Pinellas County.
you're going east or west, essentially. But we do call it north or south. So the man in the car started videoing the motorcyclists with his camera phone. One of the bikers got next to this man's car and fired shots at the guy. Numerous rounds. Hits this guy's Honda CR-V. Unbelievable. Luckily, this guy was not injured. The shooter is described as a white male with a medium build, and he was wearing an Outlaws MC jacket. Wow.
So this happened on I-4.
It says...
It happened west on...
Yeah, but what I said was traveling on I-4 in Tampa...
west of 275, so it was like by Ybor City. It wasn't on 275.
Yeah, so the Channel 8... God, yeah, so... Yeah, the writing on some of the stories on Channel 8's website are so riddled with mistakes and poorly written.
Was heading west on I-4, located just west of 275, the malfunction junction.
The story I have says another vehicle west on I-275.
Okay.
So it's just miswritten.
All right, we got it.
All right. So, but still, you've got a guy that was trying to video the erratic bike riding of the motorcycle guys, and then one of the motorcycle guys pulls up next to him and fires shots into his car.
How about you not piss off a motorcycle gang? How about that, buddy?
That's probably, especially, their jacket says Outlaws.
Listen, if like those crotch rockets are coming up on you, or a motorcycle club of, like Harley drivers. Just slow down and let them pass.
Yeah.
How about you not video them and piss them off?
Right.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I mean, I don't condone, shooting people on the road, but still, don't antagonize.
You might want to not try to tussle it up with the Outlaws, okay?
I mean, here's what I found, and I have a very, very limited experience with motorcycle gangs.
Also the Felons MC. Yeah, just don't mess with the Felons or the Murderers MC, all right?
Here's what I've got. I was at a fast food place once.
The Throat Slitters MC. Just don't mess with them if you see them riding on I-4, okay?
And I'm in line, and it's late. It's like 11:30. This is several years ago.
Yeah.
And behind me walks in the biggest, scariest looking motorcycle guy I've ever seen.
Right.
And I'm telling you, no exaggeration. This guy, he was enormous, and he was the scariest human I think I've ever was next to. And I looked back, saw him, acknowledged him with a downward head nod, right? And turned around and didn't say a word to him. The rule is you don't mess with them.
Yeah.
They don't go out of their way to mess with people. They don't go out of their way to mess with civilians.
Yeah.
This guy.
So sort of a FAFO deal.
Yeah, I had no interest in finding out.
FAFO.
Yeah.
No.
No interest.
No FAFO interest.
Demonstrate a little deference, respect.
Yeah.
Little like acknowledgement.
Yeah.
Kiss the ring.
No kissing the ring.
No,
Just
no.
I turn around. We made eye contact.
Proverbial kissing the ring.
We made eye contact.
No FAFO for Fester.
Did you know, MJ?
You're no FAFO Fester now.
Listen, hold on, that's not always true.
I don't think so.
Sometimes I like to find out.
Yeah.
But listen, did you know, MJ? Have you ever? And this might be more men related. When two men make eye contact and they have just the head nod, just like of acknowledgement,
right?
You're always supposed to do it down. If you do it up,
right, that means game on, bitch.
that means
I want to take you.
That means that's a challenge.
Yep.
Oh, really?
Or if you just give a head nod, a head acknowledgement.
So if you didn't give him the head down and you gave him the head up,
it could have been over for me.
He could have clobbered you.
He would have had no problems just
pulling
that whole spine out.
So that's story number one. Then we have another shooting. So FHP is looking for another shooting. Guy fired a shot into another vehicle. This is on I-75. This is Friday night. A 25-year-old Tampa woman was driving northbound on I-75 near Fletcher when spotted a driver, again, in a 2000s model Honda CR-V driving erratically. The Honda swerved into her lane. She honked. The driver discharged a firearm into the right back door of her Hyundai.
This is like the worst week ever for Honda CR-Vs.
What is going on in Tampa Bay? I mean, it's out of control. And the woman had a 1-year-old child, 23-year-old. The woman was traveling with a 23-year-old Tampa man and a 1-year-old child in the car.
Mm.
Wow, no one injured. They're looking for a heavy-set black man with a short beard, somewhere between 25 and 35. Unbelievable. What is going on?
I don't know, but Honda better issue a statement.
Yeah, right? Honda CR-V drivers need to chill out.
We are not bullet magnets.
Chloe looked at the CR-V.
Was that right?
Yes, we were with us.
I don't know which one it is.
We test drove it.
We test drove a Honda. Ugh.
No,
whatever.
But the Honda CR-V is a nice car.
It is.
Chloe ultimately decided on the Mazda MX-5.
Well, thank goodness she could be getting shot at right now as she drives to work.
MJ, how crazy is that? The outlaw story and the road rage other story with the baby.
Both involving a CR-V.
Honda CR-Vs.
Well, they're very common cars, just like the CX-5 is a very common. All right, then we've got another story.
Oh, is it another Honda story?
No.
Oh, shh.
Does it involve
Thank
a kid?
goodness.
Listen to this. A woman in St. Pete gets into a crash on 275 and then flees on foot with her children from the crash site on 275.
Where are you going to go?
What is going on? A woman was arrested after she ran from the crash scene with her kids on 275 late last week. Thursday night, Pinellas Park police tried to do a traffic stop on 30-year-old Janae Fowler, who was driving in Pinellas Park. Big, heavy, cracked windshield. She had an illegal tint. So Pinellas Park cops, they light her up. They, initiate their emergency lights and sirens, and she flees. She goes, I'm out of here. Catch me if you can, Pinellas Park coppers. So she takes off at a high rate of speed out of the neighborhood. They're trying to use stop sticks to stop her. So they popped her two front tires, but she continues toward Gandy. Then she ends up on 275 near 38th Avenue North on 275. And then she caused a crash. She's got tires blown out. She's probably sparking, riding on rims, gets up to speed with non-workable tires on 275. She causes a crash. The victim in the vehicle told police once they caught up to the accident scene that she fled the vehicles, that they saw Fowler run out of her car, remove two kids from the back, and then fled on foot from the accident scene on 275 and 38th Avenue. What the?
I tell you what, man, running on the interstate doesn't get you very far.
Well, St. Pete police officers, they found her. She admitted She apologized to making a poor decision because she was in an emotional state.
She made about 100 poor decisions.
Listen to this. She told police that she was just trying to get the kids home safely.
What's wrong with that?
Fleeing from cops with a highly cracked windshield, heavy tint, running over stop sticks and blowing out your tires, getting on the interstate on rims, and then causing a crash, and then ripping your kids out of the car on the interstate and running down the road with them. Yeah, that's trying to get the kids home safely.
It was their bedtime.
So, MJ, have
What?
you ever had a warrant out for your
No, I've never had a warrant out for my arrest.
I'm just asking. I mean, let's say this person had the babies in the car.
Yeah, yeah.
And she knew that if she were to be pulled over, she would be arrested for something.
Yep.
And all she wanted to do is get the kids home and then take me away. You know?
Yeah, maybe.
But still, that's awful. I'm glad nobody got hurt. I'm glad the kids didn't get hurt.
Yeah.
Oh, man. I don't know what the hell is going on. All right, so this is a new feature, Tampa Bay Gone Crazy. All right, that is what? That's our third story. Here's number 4. Guy charged after throwing urine on an employee at a place of business.
Oh, that's just sick.
Another Pinellas County story.
Ah.
This dude has been hit with charges, threw bottles of urine inside a business, hit an employee. John Connaughton, 51. They say caused over $1,000 in damage at Doors Molding and More in St. Pete after he threw bottles of his urine into the business.
That's going to stain the molding.
Man, you know what? He must be really pissed off at Doors Molding and More.
He is.
I mean, what's the history? Is it a rando or is
No.
it?
No, here we go. The suspect apparently was pissed off that he applied for a job and they would not give him an interview. So he shows back up and throws piss bottles into the place of business.
That'll get you an interview.
Oh, my God. You know what? We made a mistake by not offering you an interview.
Oops.
Yes. Now, you know what? Now that you've thrown bottles of pee inside our place of business, you know what? Let's do an interview. I think you might be a good candidate for the
John
job.
there, yes.
Yeah.
It's the manager of Doors Molding and More.
Yeah.
We're really impressed by your initiative. Yes.
Yeah.
We could use a man like you.
You threw number 1 in our business, and you know what? We're number 1 in Doors Molding and More, so you're going to be a great fit here.
Yeah, I'm sure it's a good company. I mean, do good door work. You know?
My God. So he threw multiple bottles of his urine into the front door. The urine splashed all over the place. Urine even splattered on the bare legs of one of the employees inside. And his pee also hit merch inside the store. And they say that the damage is over $1,000.
That's the kind of go-get-em attitude we like here at Doors Molding and More.
So this...
We could use a guy like you. Maybe we were wrong about you, John.
You know what? If he would have thrown number 2 in there, they could have said, we need an employee that won't take crap from no one.
Oh, my. Okay. Just stop.
I'm on their website. They have beautiful doors and very nice molding. I mean, some really nice doors.
And guess what? There's a sale.
Hey, right here. The piss stain sale. Oh, slightly damaged.
It's Piss Fest this weekend at Doors Molding and More.
Don't let a little urine stop you from getting great savings on doors and molding and more.
You're in for a great savings.
You're in luck.
You're in for great savings.
Come on down.
At Doors Molding and More.
Oh, hey, this is MJ. This is MJ for Doors Molding and More. If you're looking for your... Oh, man. I'm sure they're a great company. I'm sorry this happened to them. Look, 4.3 on the Google reviews. That's pretty high.
Yeah. So this dude, Connaughton, has been hit with felony battery, criminal mischief, aggravated assault, Then he fled on foot after throwing his pee bottles inside the place, was chased by the victim who was splattered.
All right, I will say this looks like a family business, and it looks like they do excellent work. They have a very nice showroom.
They do. You know what? I've seen their trucks around town.
Yeah.
I have. Now that I see one of their trucks in the picture,
Yeah.
I've seen that truck. And then, so it turns out that the victim who got his legs splattered with this dude's pee runs after him after he fled. And the victim raises a skateboard. Wait a minute. You got a 51-year-old guy is running around on a skateboard? What is it, Tony Hawk? What?
Seriously.
I think Tony Hawk's older than 51, though.
He is.
Oh, my. So he wanted to hit the guy over the head with a skateboard. Anyway, it turns out that this Connaughton guy is also a registered sex offender.
Yeah, maybe that's why the door's molding and more folks didn't want to talk to you.
Holy crap. Again. It's our new feature, Tampa Bay gone crazy, insane. And then one more item here. I didn't get to this last week. This has been loitering in my pile of imbeciles. 45-year-old guy commits a battery after he was not given a free refill at a kid's lemonade stand. Right here, and again, what is going on in Pinellas County?
What's the rule on that? You don't get free refills at kids' lemonade stands.
You're going to love
think
this.
so.
Guy's name is Steven Kuzmano.
Oh, no.
Stop.
Okay, Kusumano. All right, it's close. It's
No relation.
This guy was denied a free refill at a kid-run lemonade stand in a neighborhood. He grabbed a female victim, got into a fighting stance, and warned that he would beat her. So investigators say that Stephen Kusumano, 45, was walking in a neighborhood in Clearwater. This is 7:30 p.m. last Tuesday when he saw a lemonade stand being run by kids. He purchased a glass of lemonade, then became angry when he was not allowed a refill. Why did the kids just give the guy a refill?
I mean, that's the rule. I mean,
No, those kids were sticklers, man. Nope, you got to fork over another quarter or 50 cents.
Sorry, pal.
It doesn't say how much the lemonade was, but he purchased one glass, guzzled it, asked for a refill. Apparently the kids, they said, no, they're running a tight ship over there in some driveway in Clearwater. So he allegedly grabbed the victim by the wrist and took a fighting stance, like he was gonna beat the kid up. Beat as a girl. Beat up a little girl. Yeah, he then left, but was quickly apprehended. So the kid runs inside. Mommy, this guy tried to beat me up. So they call the cops, and Clearwater police respond. They find the guy walking in a neighborhood. Yeah, Clearwater police questioned him, and he admitted to everything. But he claimed that he grabbed the victim's wrist because she was talking bleep to me.
All right.
It doesn't say the age of the kid. What, 8 years old, 10 years old? Yeah, a little 10-year-old was talking to me.
It doesn't say he talked to the story doesn't mention kids anywhere.
No, it does.
Other than the kids were running it.
Running it, yes, and grabbed the kid.
Man.
Kuzumano, who cops describe as a transient, was charged with felony battery, an enhanced count due to Kuzumano's extensive rap sheet, which includes multiple prior convictions for battery. It doesn't say. Was the person he grabbed an adult? Was it a mother, or was it the kid? It doesn't clarify.
Yeah.
Is transient the new word for homeless?
No, transient has always been used.
I don't know. I mean, okay.
Yeah. You go to the Greyhound bus station, it's loaded with transients and homeless. It's interchangeable. Wow. So, ladies and gentlemen, a nice pile of Tampa Bay gone crazy.
That was really good.
Yeah, just nuts. Just insanity. Moving along here on the... Oh, this is terrible. Oh, man. I feel guilty already even thinking about this. Man crashes into grandmother. She doesn't make it, and it's all over a child custody exchange.
Oh.
So the guy that ran over grandma is married to grandma's granddaughter, and they had a kid, so it was the grandmother's grandchild, and there's a whole custody dispute here. This happened up in North Carolina. Am I going to go to hell for this?
I don't know. I mean, the verdict's still out. Keep reading. I'll tell you in a minute.
I'm done reading. It's something else I was thinking.
Yeah.
So grandma got run over by... that's upcut. Grandma got run over by son-in-law. Oh, God, that's terrible. I'm going to hell.
No, keep it going.
No, I'm done.
Yeah.
Can you replace that in the system? It's upcut. Yeah, the beginning of the song. I'm going to hell. I'm sorry, folks. Sometimes I can't control myself, but obviously I do have empathy, and I feel awful for this family, and I feel bad for.
Yeah, but coincidentally, there happens to be a song that almost perfectly lines up, except it's not Christmas related. This story is anyway.
Yeah, grandma got run over by the son-in-law.
We can't control that. We didn't write the song
or the story.
We just report the news. We don't make it.
Mm-hmm.
All right, folks, I apologize. I'm sometimes I'm just awful. Hey, this is funny. You want to hear something? This is hysterical. So Julian is going through all of the potential internships because Julian is a rising junior at NYU Film School in New York. So he's about ready to wrap up his sophomore year. He's involved in a ton of projects. So he's looking at a number of internships, do a month or two this summer, to add to his resume. And Michelle and Julian are looking through. What are you looking through? This whole listing of like potential internships everywhere.
Yeah, I mean, there's a bunch of platforms out there.
Like a coffee gopher at like Fox News Channel to
Yes.
to what are some of the other things?
A greeter, producers, director of photography,
All kinds of stuff.
Gaffer, light person. I mean, but everywhere, and you can search it for everywhere, like New York or
Even you found one in Tampa.
yeah, found a job in Tampa.
What job do they have in Tampa?
Yeah, what's the one in Tampa?
I forgot now. Oh my gosh, I've looked at so many with him. I can't remember now.
There's also a local production company that came up too, as well, right?
Oh yeah. Mhm.
Well, do you remember the name?
Well, I don't know. The guy's name is Christian Cashmere, I think is how you say it.
And he runs like a really
He's got
serious.
a serious studio over there with all kinds of gear and equipment.
Maybe Julie can get an internship with who?
I think it's Christian Cashmere.
All right. Anyway, so listen to this. While Michelle and Julian are looking for potential gigs for his internship this summer, guess what comes up?
Guess, Fester, guess.
Like Deadliest Catch or
No,
something?
guess.
This is needed for May 13th in San Jose, California.
Was like the P. Diddy trial?
No.
No, it's not in San Jose. The P. Diddy's in New York.
All right, I don't know. I'm trying to think what's happening in May.
All right. So in San Jose, California on May 13th for a movie shoot, they're looking for a frog wrangler.
Oh my God. Nobody else will have that on their resume.
I'm like, what? What is this?
But I think you need some training as a frog wrangler.
I mean, they're not looking for an intern or a page. That's a legitimate job.
Listen for this. We are seeking a trained frog or an experienced frog wrangler for a short narrative film shooting in the Los Angeles area in mid-May. Specific dates to be determined. The frog will be featured in a brief controlled scene. We are looking for someone with experience handling amphibians on a set and can ensure a safe, stress-free environment for the frog.
It's very thoughtfully written.
I know.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. A trained frog? What, like, sit. Give me your web. Sit. I mean, what do you mean trained frog?
A frog that wouldn't jump away and can stay still while things are happening around it would be a trained frog. If a frog could give you its paw,
Bud.
Or if
Why? Sir. Oh, those were trained.
Where are those frogs?
Yeah, get those frogs. Those frogs they're very trained.
They were robots, weren't they?
I don't know.
They were like little animatronic frogs.
I don't know.
I want to know what the word is for the frog to stick his tongue out.
You hold like little dead flies in front of the frog, like on a little like craft services comes by with
Yeah.
like a little charcuterie board of dead insects.
Oh,
for the
like
frog.
flies and larvae and
What's the command?
Yeah, that'd be a really talented person. That job has got to pay thousands of dollars.
Tongue of
frog wrangling. You got to be kidding me.
All right, frog. So this is your emotion that you're feeling right now. You're feeling happy, frog.
All right.
Let's see a happy frog.
Oh, no, we got a call about the grandma. Uh-oh. Am I in trouble?
I will find out.
Oh, I'm not in trouble.
Okay.
Hi, good morning, MJ Morning Show. This is Josh.
Hey, good morning.
Josh, welcome to the MJ Morning Show.
Hey, good morning, guys. Yeah, it's kind of funny how Grandma got run over by a reindeer. That parody of that awesome song. My grandma actually got run over by draft horses.
Whoa, hold on. Wait a minute. Your grandma got run over by horses?
Yes, and a manure spreader. It's kind of like the wheels drive the whole manure out the bag.
Did she expire or was she okay?
Oh, she's crushed.
Oh, my God. Dude, I feel awful for you.
When did this happen?
89.
Whenever you hear that song by Elmo and Patsy, do you think of Grandma?
Just think about that manure spreader.
Grandma got run over by a manure spreader. It's terrible.
No, she was trampled by horses and then the manure spreader.
That's terrible. Oh, God, I feel bad for you, Josh.
Oh, yeah, it's good. It's a draft horse, big Percheron horses. We had a farm up in Michigan.
Oh.
And after the horse incident, my grandpa sold to my uncle and turned into a dairy farm. So,
all right, well, listen, I'm sorry to hear that. I'm sorry about your misfortune, okay?
You guys have a great day.
You too.
Yeah, Josh, thanks for wishing us a great day after you bring the show to a screeching halt.
It's just weird, man. Anyway, Josh, thanks for calling. I do appreciate it. Oh, I've got another horse story. It's funny he brings up horses because I actually have a horse story I'll get to in just a minute. First, though, congratulations.
Yes.
UConn just destroyed South Carolina, downtown Tampa yesterday. Just a wreck was made out of South Carolina. What was the score? 82-59?
Oh, yeah.
Holy frig.
Yeah, and Tampa looked really, really good during the whole process.
Yeah. So it was what? It was Friday. It was Friday night and Sunday.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And I think Tampa came across fantastically nationwide.
A couple of friends of mine went to the Gorilla concert in Curtis Hickson Park.
Yeah.
I don't know who Gorilla is either, but they knew all the songs.
Huh.
So the deal is that the Huskies, the UConn Huskies, the Lady Huskies, national champs, and they've had like a 9-year drought. I think the last time they won was 2016. So they had a 9-year drought. And Michelle, the coach for the Huskies, he's been like the coach of that team for like 40 years.
40 years.
Yeah, Gino Ariema?
Yeah.
Or something like that?
Yeah.
Oh, my God. Gino Areola. Yeah. It's
something like that.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, he's an amazing basketball coach.
That's incredible.
Good for him.
I think it's their 14th national championship.
I think it's at 12th.
12th? Okay.
Yeah.
I knew it was somewhere with a 1. Wasn't too far off. He'll be their 12th in a couple of years.
Congratulations. But you know what my favorite part was?
Mm-hmm.
Let me tell you what my favorite part. My favorite part is, let me give you a little sample.
In the corner, Fudd, you bet. In the corner, Fudd, you bet.
So,
You don't get it?
Fudd.
She's a player?
Yes.
F-U-D-D. Fudd. This is play-by-play.
In the corner, Fudd.
What's her name? What's her first name? Look up her first name. Does
she play for?
Is it Aziz?
Yes, I think it's Azzy.
Azzy Fudd?
Azzy Fudd. Who is Azzy Fudd?
Fudd. F-U-D-D. I have never known anybody with the last name of Fudd. And you know who her grandfather is, right?
Yeah, actually I do.
Her grandfather is Elmer.
Yes.
Yeah.
Be very, very quiet. I'm hunting rabbits.
In the corner, Fudd. You bet.
Come on. Has anyone ever... in my whole life, I've never met a real human being with the last name of Fudd.
Yeah, neither have I.
F-U-D-D.
Azzy Fudd is the first person I've ever heard of that claimed that name.
Azzy Fudd. Be very, very quiet. I'm attempting a three-pointer.
I think she makes them.
Azzy Fudd is a solid player for her height at guard. She stands 5'11". She's the first team All Big East.
Yeah.
And a very taunted shooter.
Be very, very quiet. I'm attempting some free throws. Yes, Michelle.
Her mom is Katie Fudd, and her dad is Tim Fudd.
And grandpa is Elmer.
Fudd.
Is Elmer Fudd.
You know how many times we had to hear this yesterday? Fester?
Well, I'll tell you that her mother averaged 17 points in college for basketball.
That's fantastic.
Very talented people.
Yeah, all
talented
right.
family.
I mentioned I had a horse story. What time is it? 8:38? Got plenty of time. 1 hour and 20 minutes of nonstop MJ continues. All right, and the Cash Kitty's coming back up at 10 o'clock. So we just did the Cash Kitty at 8 o'clock for the chance to win $1,000. And then the Cash Kitty is back at 10 a.m. So right after we finish the morning show, boom, 10 o'clock, your chance to do Cash Kitty again for another $1,000. Then noon, then 3, then 5. So $5,000 is on the line today. And the Cash Kitty is going to be around for weeks and weeks to come, every single day here on the MJ Morning Show and Q105 at 104.7 FM. All right, so I said I had a horse story. Interesting, he brought up the horses and the horses trampling grandma, which is terrible. You want to hear something delusional? 1 in 50 men believe they can outrun a champion racehorse. What? All right, now it's 1 in 50, but who is the whack job? Who's the one guy in 50 that thinks they can actually outrun a champion racehorse, according to a survey?
You?
Get out of here, Michelle. You stop it, Michelle. I'm not
You
a
don't
whack
think
job.
so?
No.
You're not a whack job, or you don't think you can outrun a horse?
Both. I'm not a whack job, and I can't outrun a champion racehorse. No.
All right.
It'd have to be like a 40-yard sprint or something.
Yeah.
Right? Something tells me like a human could probably get started more quickly.
Yeah.
But then by like the 40-yard line, the horse would catch him and pass him.
I agree.
The fastest racehorse ever managed or ever recorded managed a speed of more than 40 miles an hour. If you look at Usain Bolt's
That's what I'm
fastest...
thinking.
What?
That's the only person I was thinking of when you said outrun a horse.
Yeah. Usain Bolt couldn't outrun a racehorse. His top speed was 27.78 miles per hour.
Yeah, but how long did it take a horse to get to 40 miles an
Right.
hour?
Well, what's
in 50 or 40 yards?
what's the duration of the run? I don't know.
I mean, I think in the Kentucky Derby, the horse would win because you just get tired as
Yeah.
a human. I mean, if it's
That's ridiculous. There's no guy that's ever gonna. Hey, Michelle, do you have any thoughts on the $800 baby carrier?
I saw it. I don't know why it's $800.
Well,
I saw a picture of it. I'm like, it looks just like the
Baby
Baby Bjorn that we
yeah.
used to have. I
Yeah.
mean, it's a little more fabric and a little more cushion, maybe, but
a baby Bjorn. What was that back? I mean, we haven't bought one. It's been 20 years plus.
$75.
Yeah, how much was a baby Bjorn?
I don't know. I mean, I'm trying to think years ago.
45, 50 bucks tops. I don't know.
That seems like a reasonable price. I don't know exactly.
okay, they're $109 right now.
A baby Bjorn?
Yeah.
All right,
Okay.
so a little bit of inflation. When we probably first bought a baby Bjorn
What, $60 22 years ago?
back
think
in
so.
in 2001 when Chloe was born.
Are you talking about these Zig guys?
No, it's Burke. It's they call it the Birkin. It's the Zeitgeist.
Zeitgeist. That's what I found.
Yeah, it's so they call it the Birkin of baby carriers.
Every one of them is at least $750.
What?
With one of them at almost $4,000.
What was it made out of alligator or something?
Baby calf.
Oh my God! Who would pay $800 for essentially a baby freaking Bjorn?
Well, they vomit all over it.
Yeah, they vomit, they poop.
Yeah.
The guy in St. Pete at the molding store might throw urine on it. I mean, you never know.
You never know. Luckily, they're very protective. Yeah, I mean it's a baby carrier.
I'm sorry. Just what was the other item that we had last week? Oh, the flip flops. Remember on Friday we talked about these like what $650 flip flops that look like they're just the cheap foamy rubber ones that you buy for $8 at Walgreens.
Was it the company The Row? Was that the company that the Ashley twins or the Olsen twins owned?
That's ridiculous. All right, let me tell you what else is ridiculous. And I mentioned this earlier. I said I would get around to it. There's like an industry online, whether it's the TikTok schmuck videos. Oh, and speaking of TikTok, they said, remember Vice President Vance said, there was going to be a deal announced before Saturday with TikTok. Well, that's come and gone. There's no deal with TikTok. And now the president extended TikTok for 75 more days. So who the heck knows what's going to happen there? Anyway, bottom line, it's got to go to U.S. control because, listen, the Chinese spy operation collecting all our data. If you've got TikTok, if you have TikTok on your phone, the Chinese Communist government has access to everything on your phone. Every file, all your contacts, everything. Your web browsing history, whatever. The Chinese commies have it. If you've got the TikTok app on your phone because you've consented to everything. So listen to this. You got these trolls, and this is driving me nuts, but these trolls that troll law enforcement and just try to pick a fight. They try to just instigate. You know, you got the guys that will go to like a police station and just start filming.
Yeah. And by letter of the law, you can stand on public property and videotape, but they really get into the cops' faces and try to get a reaction out of them.
Right. I could probably ask for cops right now. Are you a police officer? Are you a cop? On duty, off duty, currently on the job, or retired? Have you had a run-in with these video provocateurs where they're just trying to get a rise out of you? They're just trying to bait you, goad you, poke you, instigate, agitate. Has that happened to you? If you're a cop, I'd love to hear from you. If you're currently on the job and you want to remain anonymous, fine. You don't have to say your name or your agency. But if you're one of these cops that have been instigated by some of these content creators, I would love to hear from you. Or maybe you're the spouse of or a friend of, and you know some stories. 800-990-1047. 800-990-1047. The reason why I bring this up is this popped up in my feed on Instagram over the weekend, and this is Dom the Troll. And I'm not talking about Fester, whose real name is Dominic.
No, not me.
Although
that's a great name.
This is another Dom the Troll.
All right, what does he do? I like him.
So this appeared to be out on, I think, Long Island. I think it was like Suffolk County. And I think that's what it said. Maybe you can bring it up. So Suffolk County or Nassau. It's out on Long Island. And this guy is just trying to get a rise out of the cop. And he's trying to bait the police officer. And it's like, what are you trying to do? Why are you trying to, bait this guy?
Every one of his videos, he's just trying to get people in situations to get them to react.
Right. So this guy stops a cop in a shopping center parking lot. Here, listen to what happened.
How's it going, officer? What's that little compartment like in your car, like on the right side? Like was it the glove box? Yeah. I don't have any fentanyl in there.
What are you talking about?
I'm saying I do not.
Well, why? I wasn't even going to approach you. Why would I?
I have to tell you that.
Where's your car, Dominic?
Where's my car? It's right there.
Nissan? Or?
The Nissan, yeah. I don't have anything in my glove box. Have a go on, man.
For what reason?
So here he is.
Hold on. Look at the side of the car. It's is it Suffolk County or Nassau County? Yeah, it's Suffolk County. So it is Suffolk County out on Long Island.
But he's officers in his cruiser.
Yeah,
and
he just stops the cop and says, "Hey, I don't have any fentanyl." He says fentanyl, which is the wrong way to pronounce it. It's fentanyl, not fentanyl. It's not like Tylenol. It's fentanyl. And for what reason? Just to shoot video and try to get hits and to instigate. And then there's other videos of him like going up to cops and he's got a donut on a fishing string, on a fishing rod, and he like he casts the donut at him and dangles the donut in their face?
Yeah, just trying to get a reaction out of him. And a lot of the cops are lighthearted about it, but
Hold
other
on.
ones,
I think we got some phone calls.
not as much.
Yeah, go to the call screener.
Okay.
So if you're a cop, if you want to remain anonymous, you don't have to mention your agency or anything. Love to hear from you. If you've been approached, if you've had these instigators, these goaders, these baiters, love to hear from you. 800-990-1047. 800-990-1047. Let me grab line 1. Are you anonymous? Line 1?
Hello?
Yeah. Good morning. It's MJ. Do you want to remain anonymous?
No, I'm Felipe. I work for a tow truck company.
Okay.
And I work here in Zephyr Hills in Dade City. But in Zephyr Hills, one incident, we got called to go pick up 2 cars that had wrecked in the parking lot. And there was a YouTuber there that was cussing at the cop. And the cop was in their car not even doing nothing. And I told the cop, I said, what happened to him? He said, I arrested him one time. So I talked to the YouTuber afterwards, and I go, why would you do that to the cop? And whenever he was driving off, he was cussing at him and swearing at him and this and that. He goes, he arrested me for no reason. I was going like, well, the way you act, I said, he probably had probable cause.
Unbelievable.
But you see it all the time.
Yeah. So listen, as a tow truck driver, as a record driver, you're constantly at scenes with law enforcement, accidents or whatever. So you see this quite a bit. You see the YouTubers, the social media instigators trying to get a rise out of the cops and catch them on video, right?
Yep, and it's always, the cop shouldn't be harassing them. Well, the cop, one instance, the guy hit 3 different cars and went like 3 different miles, and they jerked him out of the vehicle. I thought it was reasonable cause. I don't remember the first accident, but that one was pretty bad. And then he hit another one downtown and one on the other side, and they yanked him out. And they're going like, y'all mistreating that guy and this and that.
Yeah.
No, he just left 3 different accidents at one time.
Yeah. Thank you, Matt. What's your first name?
I'm Felipe.
All right, Felipe, thank you, buddy. Thanks for listening. Thanks for calling in with a firsthand account. Jesus is next on the MJ Morning Show. Hi, Jesus. You're up.
Hey, MJ, another thing, these guys also go through immigration checkpoints, basically doing the same thing. Case in point is I used to work for a company that would take the mail from the city of Eagle Pass to San Antonio, Texas.
Right.
And so with that being said, if I was stopped more than 5 minutes, I would get phone calls and be like, hey, why are you stopped? I was at an immigration checkpoint trying to get across. And this guy was just there on his phone, basically telling him, I'm not going to answer your question, this and that. So after getting 7 back-to-back calls from my company saying, why am I stopped, I literally got off and I went to the guy's window. I told him, move or I'm going to kick your ass.
Eventually it gets to be too much.
I can't tell you how many videos have popped up in my reels. I don't do TikTok. I don't have it on my phone. I never have, never will, unless it goes completely to an American company. Thanks, Jesus. Then I'll entertain TikTok if it is actually out of Chinese commie hands. But I see these reels all the time with these guys instigating and trying to bait the cops, and it's absolutely awful. Moving on to SNL. Did you see what happened on Saturday Night Live over the weekend?
Nope.
This is pretty funny. I didn't see it live, but I kind of cruised through it yesterday, and then I saw these stories popping up about the cursing on Saturday Night Live. Hey, Andrew, you bleeped the audience, right? Did you bleep the audience? Okay, you did. All right. So during Weekend Update on Saturday Night Live, the Saturday Night Live player, black woman by the name of Ego, as in Lego my ego.
Right.
Ego Wodum. So it's N-W-O-D, but I guess the N is like totally silent. Is it like win? The N-G-U-Y-E-N?
Okay.
Yeah, win. So her name is Ego Wodum, and she did a skit during Weekend Update where she was one of the, the little guests they bring on to, and she does this like stand-up act. And it was based on, I guess, a stand-up comedian was canceled from performing at like the White House Correspondents' Dinner. So she's doing a spoof on that. And she's doing like a stand-up act. It was actually a very funny bit.
Okay.
So she engages the audience the first time. Listen to this.
Because I ain't doing no crowd work. This Miss Eggy. And Miss Eggy don't what? That's right. How y'all know? Play.
All right, so Miss Eggy don't play. So the audience, the live audience on SNL Saturday night, they say Eggy don't play. Then she does it again.
Cory Booker out here with his filibuster. Shoo.
All right, so she's talking about
Cory Booker.
Corey, he did that like
23-hour filibuster record.
Well, I think he went over it. I think
Was it over at 24?
I think it might have been over 24. I don't know what the final time was, but he was doing this huge filibuster where he's just talking for over a day. And that's what she's referring to. Listen to this.
Cory Booker out here with his filibuster. Shoo. I had my fill of busters. Because these men ain't what?
The audience yells the S-bomb. In unison. I mean, listen.
Cory Booker out here with his filibuster. Shoo. I had my fill of busters. Because these men ain't what?
These men ain't and the audience just all in unison, they say the S-bomb, and Colin Jost is behind her. She's doing like a stand-up act right in front of the Weekend Update desk. You got Colin Jost, you got Michael Che, and they're like, what?
That's hysterical.
Now, you got to hear the very end of it one more time.
Cory Booker out here with his filibuster. Shoo. I had my fill of busters. Because these men ain't what?
She says, Lauren will be mad as hell. You're going to get fired for that. Because fined or fired, whatever. Because, Saturday Night Live performers, they've been fired. Remember Charles Rocket back in the 90s said the F-bomb? They fired him.
Let him go, yeah, sure.
Yeah,
You lose your job.
Anyway, funny stuff. Hey, Wade Sweikel, the chief moving officer over at Two College Brothers, is going to join us in a minute. Good to have you in here, man.
Yeah, thanks for having me back, MJ.
Man, you got this big thing coming up this week.
Yeah, Thursday we're doing the Hometown Titan Retreat, and it's going to be a big event we're hosting at Mahaffey.
Hold on to that thought, all right? We're going to bring Wade on next in just a bit, and you can hang with us, man. I got a lot of stuff coming up. I've got a ice cream warning. Do not get ripped off buying ice cream. I'm going to tell you all about that in just a matter of moments. Switched at birth. Man, crazy switched at birth story. Holy moly. And then, would you think that Firefest 2 is going to be legit? After Firefest 1, I said this a couple of weeks ago when we heard there was going to be a Firefest 2. I said, who the hell would spend money up to $1 million for like all kinds of VIP exclusives? Who would do this? Who would get involved in Firefest 2 when the same guy who did Firefest 1 is putting it on again, allegedly? All right, we got a lot of stuff. I haven't even scratched it. Oh, the pizza delivery story. Holy crap, you got to hear this. All next, MJ Morning Show on Q105, 104.7 FM. Don't move. You want to hear something gross? Listen, I don't want to. I don't want to taint all food deliveries. By now, you know I'm not a food delivery person.
I haven't heard that.
I can get. You wise ass. I can get off my butt and go right down the street to get my food and not have to rely on double the charge to have it, DoorDashed or Uber Eats to my house. So I don't do it. I've never done it, and I never will. And remember, I demonstrated to Chloe. She wanted a Chipotle burrito or whatever she was getting. Whatever. It was like, if we went to the store, it was $10.43 with tax to go to Chipotle 0.8 of a mile up the street from our house. If she ordered it on Uber Eats, which she wanted to do, it would have been like 24 and change before tip. I mean, it was unbelievable, with all the fees and everything. And then before the tip, I'm like, no, we're going to get in the car and go get your freaking food and save, what, $15, $17, $18.
Okay.
All right. Listen to this.
Real baron of industry over here, saving money.
Listen to this.
You should be in Doge.
Listen to this,
All right,
Fester.
go.
Wise ass. Delivery guy in New York is delivering a pizza. And, they ride those bikes, those e-bikes and the electric. Oh, man, those delivery drivers, like the Chinese food delivery guys, man, get out the way. They will run your ass over. All right. So they're flying. This guy loses a pizza box off the back of his bike. Pizza goes all over the road. What does he do?
Just picks it up and keeps on going.
Gets the box, picks up all the pieces, starts assembling the pie back together, puts it back in the box, right into the bag, and boom, on he went. And someone's going to get a freaking road pie on the streets of New York. Oh, my God. Cheese up, cheese down, the whole shebang. He's picking up little pieces. He's picking up like the toppings off, putting it, reassembling it on the pizza.
Put it a mushroom over here, put a pepperoni over here.
Oh, man. So the aftermath was videoed, and this guy posts on social media, viral video. Whoever ordered this, he just dropped it. And this woman films the whole thing. It's all dropped all over the street. I mean, you can see the guy's feet. It's just disgusting. Upper East Side of Manhattan, pizza all over the road. The guy picks it up, puts it back together, right back in the bag, in the box, and boom. Minutes later, someone's eating that pizza that was just all over, 3rd Avenue and East 72nd.
You can't go back and get another one. I mean,
that is disgusting. The pavement, Holy crap. I actually, it's 2nd Avenue and 106th. Let me tell you, look, dude, you're close enough. Just go to Patsy's, man.
Yeah, man.
You're close enough. Patsy's, the original Patsy's Pizza in Harlem, is right up the road on 1st Avenue and 117. Just go up there and get a real coal-fired pizza. One of the best around. Also, I got to be honest, over at, Over at, what was it, Little Luzzo's, Michelle. That was a good spot on 96, right? Little Little Luzzo's at 96th and, what is that, like...
Third?
You know what?
Fourth.
Maybe third.
It was like a block or two over from
I'm
Philly
totally
School.
guessing.
Yeah, maybe Lexington, but
because I don't care about New York pizza. Because
well, you should.
I live in Tampa.
You should. Well,
I'm not going to New York anytime soon.
You should.
This is such a podcast. Sometimes
you should.
If you did MJ the Pizza Putts podcast,
yeah, whatever.
I'm telling you, you get 6 or 7 people listening. It'd be great.
Hey, Wade Sweikel, one of our great sponsors here on the MJ Morning Show and on Q105. So you've got this big leadership event coming up, and this is big. This is going to be at the Mahaffey Theater, and it's this Thursday.
Yeah. So it's basically bringing together the entire Tampa Bay small business, home services, real estate community, people that we do business with.
Right.
And we got 13 awesome speakers. Actually, Ron DeCastro here from the station.
Oh, scary Ron Weasley. our general manager and vice president, he's going to speak?
He's going to speak, yeah. Beasley's one of our media sponsors.
Yep.
You guys have been awesome to us.
I wonder if he's going to make it mandatory for all Beasley employees to go watch him speak.
Probably. So you
guys need to come.
So you have 13 awesome speakers and Ron.
He's one of the 13.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Oh, right, the way you said it, I was like agreeing with you.
So tell our listeners why they should attend your event this Thursday. What time is it?
Yeah, so it's an all-day event. Doors are going to open at 8 a.m. at the Mahaffey, and then it's going to go to about 5. We'll have a little after-party afterwards for networking.
All right, so why should our listeners go to this event? What are they going to get out of it?
So if you're in business, if you own a business, if you're in sales, if you're in marketing, there's going to be tons of nuggets from local titans of industry speaking, top-producing real estate agents, top, performing entrepreneurs here in the community. We're bringing in a couple nationally known entrepreneurs and speakers. Speaking of podcasts, the top home service podcast host, Tommy Mello, is going to be there. And basically between those, there's going to be networking. We're going to have a trade show set up out in the lobby to showcase these different businesses and really lift everybody up, because there's different segments of real estate and home services and small business that are still dealing with the aftermath from the hurricanes. You've got high interest rates, stocks are in the tube. So it's an opportunity to invest in yourself and just the local economy and create your own economy here in the Tampa Bay area.
Yeah, stocks got whacked on Thursday and Friday, and then the futures
got whacked
I saw futures yesterday like minus 1,500 to 1,700. So Wall Street opens up. The Dow, the markets open up in 21 minutes from right now. So we'll see what happens. Some are already saying could be Black Monday today. Son of a bitch. How much does it cost to get into the event?
Yeah, so we are giving away some tickets for people that are still impacted by hurricane relief type stuff.
Yep.
If their business is still closed, they're getting the remodeling done, but they start at $97 otherwise. We've got table sponsors, and if you reach out to me directly, you can DM me on Instagram, and I'll give you some promo codes that we can offer.
Oh, wow. All right, so what's your Instagram?
Yeah, it's just at Wade Sweikel.
So Wade Sweikel, WADESWIKLE. So Wade Sweikel, and you'll give him a promo code to get a even better deal.
Yeah, absolutely. Actually, I'll just go ahead and say it on the air. Friend 50 gets you 50% off anything you want to do.
Wow.
Yeah.
Friend 50. Yep. All right, so where do they go to buy the tickets and enter the promo code?
Yeah, it's hometowntitanretreat.com.
hometowntitanretreat.com.
Yep.
Easy enough.
So if they use promo code FRIEND50, could they meet Ron?
Yeah, if he's open to signing autographs and meeting people, absolutely.
Cool. Pretty awesome. It's pretty awesome. Hey, best of luck with it, man.
Thank
Looks
you.
like a great event.
It's not going to be like Firefest. It's going to be a real event for the business community.
All right, speaking of Firefest, I'm glad you brought that up. This is insane. I remember we talked about this weeks ago or a month ago, that there was a Firefest 2, that this cretin that did Firefest 1 and ripped everyone off with those horrible sandwiches and no accommodations. And, the whole event was a total bust. And he was charged with fraud and everything. You're not going to believe this. Holy crap. Firefest 2 which I had said, who would even entertain Firefest 2 with the same dude after the disaster of Firefest 1? Well, guess what? Now, the Mexican government says they have no indication and they have no record, no knowledge of the new event, Firefest 2. Wouldn't you think that the government would know about this? They do not. Firefest 2 looks like it's another racket, another just disaster. The Mexican government last week twice denied any knowledge of the attempt to pull off this big, huge music festival. Yeah. So the original festival scammed millions, right? Back in 2017.
Didn't the guy get jail time?
Yeah, Billy McFarland, creator of the original Firefest 8 years ago, he was sentenced to 6 years in prison for his crime. I mean, ripping people off, fraud and financial crimes. So he ended up serving 4 years from 2018 to 2022. And now he's back out and he's in the process of the Fire Festival 2. The comeback was originally scheduled to take place between May 30th and June 2nd in Mujeres, Mexico, but was then moved to Playa del Carmen just weeks before the start date. However, a statement from the Playa del Carmen government on social media says, we have no indication. We have no event planned of that name. Nothing is, no permits, no knowledge. So the city where this is supposed to be, they're saying, there's no event here. We've got nothing.
So you can buy tickets off of the website for $1,400 for just like the bare minimum.
Yeah.
$5,000 for an elevated experience. And then there's the VIP.
Create the fire.
Yeah. The artist access to hang out with the artists. Tickets are only $25,000.
$25,000 for an event that the city where it's supposed to be held in Mexico says, what? We have no idea. Is this guy trying to go to jail a second time? Trying to go to prison for another stretch?
According to the Playa del Carmen Police PIO, it's C.
C.
Yes, yes. C.
Who are the artists, Fester? Does it list them?
No artists listed at
again,
this time.
what? That was
Antonio Brown was the only person.
He's going to make himself available.
P. Diddy. P. Diddy. Scheduled P. Diddy.
That's a party.
But that was part of the story. It's like there's no list of performers, and this guy's trying to sell $25,000 access to artists, and no one is listed?
As I'm looking at the site, it doesn't even have a link for artists.
Oh, my God. I mean, it's unbelievable. What the hell? Let me give you an ice cream warning. You know, tourist season coming up, summertime. Michelle, tell me what comes to mind. This is not New York. This is D.C. I saw this. I was infuriated. And listen, you don't have to pay. You could say, get the bleep out of here. This woman, this mother, is in Northern Virginia. She's in Arlington, right? And I'm sorry, she's in Washington, D.C. She's from Arlington.
Okay.
So this mother is right across the Potomac. She's right in Arlington, Virginia. She's over in D.C. on the D.C. side on the National Mall. And she goes to a vendor, a food truck vendor, and she orders 4 ice creams, 4 small cups of ice cream. And she asks, how much will this be for the 4 cups? And the vendor keeps brushing her off. So she then gets the ice cream, and then the guy says, $88. What? Yes. 4 small cups of ice cream, $88. $22 a cup.
Wow.
For soft serve ice cream from an ice cream truck. What the heck? Melissa Hayes said her family decided to go on a bike ride from their home in Arlington over to the National Mall. Then they stopped to get some ice cream from all the food trucks that are lined up. Tried to ask the price. Let me tell you a racket here. A lot of these ice cream trucks, they don't put the prices on the trucks. So I'm going to give you a warning. Be careful in New York City, in Manhattan. You've got New York Ice Cream Company, and they're notorious for not having the prices of they'll have all the pictures of the different ice creams and sundaes and splits and this and shakes, but they don't have the prices in many cases. That's because it has been suggested.
But it's the floating prices?
Yes.
They try to put you together on a number?
Yep. And listen, my kids would love my kids love Mr. Softy. And it seemed that Mr. Softy was more honest than my experience with the New York Ice Cream Company. And that's a whole backstory, which Michelle, hang on, we'll get to that in a second. But you got to be careful. So my advice for if you're traveling to New York, my advice is never get in a pedicab. Never. The pedaling cabs, the little rickshaw bike cabs, never get in that. They charge you like $9 or $12 a minute. All right? You go a couple of blocks, you're $100. I mean, it's insane. It's nuts. Do never get in a pedicab. What was the other one that I mentioned a couple of weeks back?
Never hire a street hooker. With your wife.
But
if she's not there.
But the ice cream is another warning. Be very careful, because what they do is with all the foreign tourists and the money and the exchange, a lot of times they don't have the prices posted, and they'll try to, for instance, I got Julian an ice cream. This is, 7-8 years ago. I get Julian an ice cream, and it was a small cup of vanilla ice cream, and the guy says, $10. I'm like, what? No, I'm not paying you $10 for this. $8. I'm like, no.
Yeah. Now you lost the sale.
I'm like, dude, this is a $5 cup tops. That's all I'm paying. Here, take it back. He said, okay, $5. Yeah. So just be careful. This woman, can you believe it? $22 a cup. $88 for 4 cups of small ice cream.
I mean, you almost have to name your own price to them.
Oh, my God. So this was Washington, but just be careful.
So she could have said no and said 44. I'll give you $44.
So she asked for the 4 ice creams. How much will that be? And he just turned around and just started making the ice cream, kept brushing her off. As he began handing her the ice cream, she says she asked for the price again. I said, and how much for that, sir? He took my card, then he swiped it, and he was like, I felt like he was overwhelmed because there were a lot of people there. He swiped my card, gave it back to me, and I thought it was just busy, blah, blah, blah. The woman Hayes, said she thought nothing of it at the time, but soon realized the hefty charge when she checked her bank statement for $88, $22 a cup. She said her jaw dropped. Local food vendor Sam, who operates near the National Mall, explained to Channel 9 WUSA television in D.C. that $7 is the price range for an ice cream. Right. So New York's going to be a little more expensive now. I would say a cup or a cone in New York from a vendor somewhere around $7-8 is what I would guess. 22. This is D.C., remember? So it's not just some of the ice cream and vendor rackets in Manhattan. This is National Mall, $22 an ice cream. That is ridiculous.
Yeah, that seems pretty high.
So listen, if she put it on her credit card, then you just dispute the charge. And I got to believe that the bank card, that they're going to give you a resolution and charge it back, because that clearly is usurious, and that's like theft. Yes, Michelle.
I don't think that's a qualifying fact for disputing a charge once you've received the product.
That the guy would not give you the price, then swiped and charged without telling you?
You took the food.
She kept asking for the price. So what?
Leave it sitting there, and go, before you give the card, you say, how much?
Yeah, she should not. Well, again.
And she must have to sign something usually.
No,
these credit cards now.
They always ask. Always ask.
Not always.
No.
A lot of times.
I've never been somewhere where I don't get either asked or shown the receipt.
Yeah, these days, listen, I bought the new fluorescent ballast at the hardware store yesterday.
Yeah.
It didn't ask me to sign anything. I put the card in, transaction done. I'm out.
You got a receipt?
I did get a receipt.
Okay.
And then he bought that fluorescent jumpsuit. He didn't get wasn't asked to sign. And they bought the
I fixed the fluorescent light in the laundry room yesterday.
Oh.
Ballast out.
Look at you.
Yep.
MJ the electrician.
Yeah. Does anybody need some work?
Yeah, white to white, black to black. I got the grounds. I got the yellows to yellows. I got the reds to reds, the
You know
blue to
what?
blue. I'm good to go. Boom.
He's available on Saturdays and Sundays for electric work.
More people get electrocuted by talking crap the way MJ is about electric work. I mean, I know
I'm
can't
not getting
do electric. I know if I'm putting in a fan, I'm hiring somebody.
I turned the power off. I even put my tongue on all the wires.
Red to red. Put a little twisty at the end.
Anyway, it's 9:21 at the MJ Morning Show. Wade, you gonna hang out with us till the end?
Yeah, I can hang out.
Well, don't make it sound like that.
Oh, yeah, you know what?
Sure,
if you chain me down, I'll stay.
You're welcome to.
We got a few things going on, but I can spare another 20, 30 minutes.
You're the busiest man I know. If you have to go, you have to go, brother. Either way, it's all good.
When we get back, Michelle and I saw 2 great movies over the weekend. One of the movies, like, holy crap, how do we not know about this? The movie was fantastic. So, fired up the home theater experience over the weekend, and I got 2 movie recommendations in just a bit. I was looking at my list. There's no way I'm getting this all in. That's why it's going to be such high quality. Oh, the Switched at Birth story. These stories they don't seem to happen as much anymore. This is a while ago, but still crazy. And you think of life and what it should have been and what it was. I mean, just insane Switched at Birth story. Oh, Fester. You're Sam's Club. I'm Costco now.
Yes.
Big changes coming for the Costco food court. All right. Yep. Hang on. We'll get to that coming. A lot of stuff in the final segment of the MJ Morning Show next on Q105, 104.7 FM here in Tampa Bay. It is. Boy, I just turned on CNBC to see what happens when the markets open in 20 seconds. Yeah, so Dow's going to open up. Dow futures down 1130. So we'll see what happens. The market opens up literally right now is when the market opens up let's see here. Yeah, just opened 5 seconds ago. So opening bell as we speak. There we go. That's opening bell. And, we don't do much stock market talk here on the MJ Morning Show, but so many people, have, stocks in their 401ks. And, this is still more than half of Americans have exposure to the stock market, whether it's the Dow, whether it's the NASDAQ, whether it's the, the S&P, over the count, whatever. I mean, there's a lot of people that are involved. All right, so waiting for the numbers to pop up, but the opening bell just occurred. So let's see let's see, the Dow is just opened and the Dow is down 3%. So the Dow right now is, was that real time? Was that futures? Hang on a minute. Yeah, I'm just waiting to see where we are. Yeah, Dow's down 1226 right now. So Dow is down a little over 3%. And 12, right now we're right around, Dow is down 1,200 points at the open. So are people going to go bottom feeding and, going bargain hunting right now? Or are they still going to wait? Because remember that after the crash, the big plunge on Thursday, people went bottom feeding on Friday and got burned because Friday was worse even than Thursday. So
yeah, not a good day to be a bottom feeder. Give it a little while.
Yeah.
See what happens.
All right. So right now the Dow is down again. We're hovering at Dow down 1,200. We'll check again, I guess, before we shut things down. But already between Thursday and Friday, the Dow was down, 1,700 and then 2,200. So, we're looking at 4,000 points. I mean, it's a lot. It's a massive number. With the Dow sell-off, be instigated by the tariff situation. All right. Huge changes coming to the Costco food court.
All right, so the last big change they made really rocked my world. And
Well, wait a minute. You're a Sam's Club guy.
Yeah, but you know what? I lie to the greeter occasionally, and I tell them I'm going to the membership desk, and I'll use.
Oh, and they don't ask for your card
Yeah.
at the food court.
That's like,
They don't ask for your card.
Where's your card? I was like, oh, I'm going to a membership desk. I'm becoming a member right now.
Oh,
They go,
you
okay,
were-
come on in.
You were
And they
just
go
a
up to the food
you're
counter.
a walking fraudster,
Yeah,
man.
so what? Big deal. Costco will be just fine. Anyway, that being said, they used to have the best, and I mean the best, ice cream sticks, ice cream bars. On
Ice
a
cream
stick.
sticks.
Yeah,
Who's this?
ice
Was
cream
it-
bars
and
on
they,
a
and
stick.
they weren't $22 a piece.
No,
were
they weren't. They were fantastic.
Yeah. The $1.50 deal that still remains. I mean, it's decades now.
That'll never change.
The hot dog and soda combo is $1.50. You know what else changes?
With the size of the cup.
No, they're adding some new items to Costco, but also they're adding Coke products. So Costco is Pepsi, Costco is shifting to Coke. And Michelle, you saw something last week in the Wall
Yeah.
Street Journal or something. What was the stat you gave me?
The number 1, 2, and 3 cola spots. What do you think, Fester? Number 1 is what?
McDonald's.
No.
No, the
What
brands.
colas?
Oh,
Sorry.
the number one's probably regular Coca-Cola.
What's number 2?
Diet Coke?
No.
Sprite?
No.
Root beer?
No.
Fanta?
No.
Oh, man, I'm running out.
I'm a pepper. He's
Dr.
a pepper.
Pepper?
Yes.
Yeah.
And number 3 is Pepsi.
Yeah.
And they are struggling because they really obviously were trying to overtake Coca-Cola. And now they're all the way down to number 3. And Dr. Pepper's number
Yeah,
2
it's-
most popular.
It's the brand lineup, not
the
you.
brand.
You
I
were,
was thinking
you
all
were,
of the Coke.
sorry.
I was thinking
you were listing all Coke brands.
listing all Coke products.
So Coke is number 1.
Absolutely.
Dr. Pepper has now usurped Pepsi Cola for the number 2 spot, and Pepsi has fallen to 3. So just a massive surge for Dr. Pepper.
Yeah.
And now what did you say? Costco is going to drop Pepsi and go with Coke?
So
That's a lot of deals.
Costco plans on converting all their food court fountains back over to Coca-Cola this summer. When the switch happens, it'll be a major change for Costco. They've offered Pepsi since 2013. So for 12 years, Costco had Pepsi products. Now Costco is going back to Coca-Cola products.
Fester, which one do you prefer, Pepsi or Coke?
I am an RC Cola guy.
Oh, me
Listen, Yeah, I'm
too.
just saying. Listen, you know.
RC Cola.
I root for the underdogs. RC Cola's been my
What about a
go-to.
knee-high grape?
If I could find one, I'll down it. So Sam's Club uses Pepsi products.
Andrew says he'll bring you knee-high grape tomorrow.
Fantastic.
Andrew, where do you buy knee-high?
There are a few places you can get it.
Yeah, you got to know. If you know, you know.
Oh, knee-high peach. Can you find knee-high peach for me? Ooh, that's a tough one. Listen, I grew up in Virginia Beach, in the mid-70s, man. Knee-highs were all over the place, all over Virginia Beach.
You know, between the two big brands, I think I like Pepsi better.
But listen, I don't drink much soda. Listen, do I love a cola, a root beer? Do I like Dr. Pepper? I do. I really do. I only drink soda once or twice a year.
Yeah.
I drink a lot of sparkling water. Like, I like Saratoga. Even before this influencer maniac started dipping his face in Saratoga water, I just picked up a bunch of cases of Saratoga sparkling water, which were on sale. So I just picked up 20 cases because I drink a lot of sparkling water. I'll drop some lemon lime juice in there. It's like virtually 0 calories, and that gives me my carbonated fizz fest. Yeah, but I love a soda, but I only have it every once in a while. So my brush with soda, my one and only brush with soda, might have been up in West Haven, Connecticut, 2 weekends ago when Julian and I went to Zupardi's Pizza in West Haven, and we got a bottle of the Foxconn. We got a bottle of the root beer. So, didn't get the birch beer, got the regular root beer, which was spectacular. But probably my one and only soft drink for the year. Maybe I'll have one more.
I've never had a Dr. Pepper. I feel like it's kind of like root beer, so I want to
No, it's not.
What is it like?
It's not. Dr. Pepper does not taste like root.
It's its own flavor.
Hold on.
You've never
Michelle,
had a Dr. Pepper?
You have never had a freaking Dr. Pepper?
Why would I have a Dr. Pepper?
What the hell am I married
Yeah,
to?
what did you have a
What
Dr.
kind
Pepper?
of wacko are you?
That's my favorite one.
Hold on. Wait, say that again?
I said Dr. Pepper is my favorite.
Regular or diet?
Regular. I've actually started getting the Zevia brand because it's like made with stevia and it's 0 calories. calories.
But the flavor of Dr. Pepper, that profile
So
is great.
it's the Dr. Pepper zero sugar?
No, well, so it's not technically Dr. Pepper.
What is Zevia?
Zevia is like sugar-free, but without all the diet, chemicals.
Wait a minute. So they've kind of tried to emulate the Dr. Pepper flavor as an independent company.
Correct.
Oh, okay,
yeah.
gotcha.
Sweetened with stevia and natural flavors.
Oh my God! I once tried stevia and it tasted like frickin' Ajax. It
It doesn't quite taste the same.
Terrible. It was
but
awful.
It quenches the urge.
I don't know
if
that I would
ever
call
had
it
urge.
Ajax either, but I mean, it didn't exactly taste like Drano. I mean, I knew a kid that drank Drano. He didn't fare too well.
No.
I mean, it's much different.
If you drink Drano, do not induce vomiting.
No.
Contact the physician right away.
Burns going down, burns
Yes,
coming up.
Yes. Oh,
That's
that's
advice
terrible.
of the day right there.
Fester, now you tell me.
What happened?
Yeah, Fester sends me a link last night. Hey, did you go? I didn't know.
I didn't know either.
I didn't know. Why would
I
you
don't
tell
have-
me?
I don't have like text alerts to this kind of event on my phone. I didn't know. If I would have seen it on Thursday or Friday, I would have said, MJ, I got your whole weekend planned for you. But no.
I didn't go.
I saw it last night.
Yeah. Tell everyone what you saw last night and alerted me after it was over.
Phil Fest.
Phil Fest. You know what Phil Fest is?
Mm-mm.
It was a Philippines fest.
Oh yeah.
All kind. I mean,
I
what?
saw something about
Tampa has a huge
Yeah.
one. And Phil Fest 25 was last weekend.
So where Andrew? Where was this held? Turn your microphone.
Right next door to where Sushi Alive is.
Where's Sushi Alive?
That's on Racetrack.
All right, that's not my zone.
Is it up there?
I'm a South Tampa cretin. You know,
Right by the what is the name of that development?
West Chase,
Not far from there.
East Chase,
What the hell?
Butt Chase.
On Sheldon Road, Andrew? What are you talking about?
I can't remember the name of this particular development.
That's all
Why
right.
do you go
Anyway,
to
so
East
they had Filipino Fest or Phil Fest
Phil Fest,
2025,
yeah.
and it was this weekend, and I wasn't there.
I thought you'd be the first person in line.
No, I should have gone. Listen, I was just in the Philippines.
You'd be telling everybody there, I was just in the Philippines 2 weeks ago.
I would not
I went
say-
to the Philippines 2 weeks. When was the last time you were in the Philippines? When I left the country 18 years ago. I was there 2 weeks ago.
Wait, did you learn any Tagalog while you were there? I forgot to ask you.
Yeah, I learned crazy in Tagalog.
That's Tagalog.
Tagalog, whatever it is.
How do you say it?
I want some Tagalog bread.
How do you say crazy
I
in
forgot
Tagalog?
it. It's on my video. It's on my
That's
video.
the one word you learned?
You're going to be the one white guy at Phil Fest running around yelling crazy. You're going to put a mark on yourself.
I missed it. I was just in the Philippines from March 8th until the 22nd, scuba diving.
It looks like a great time.
Yeah, I missed it. So I think they expected 20,000 people coming to Philippines Phil Fest. And here I'm just back from the Philippines scuba diving, near Batangas, near Anilao, and on Palawan, in the middle of the Sulu Sea at the amazing Tubataha. And I missed Phil Fest. Guys, why didn't any Filipino invite me knowing I'm just back? I know there are Filipinos that listen to the show and knew about Phil Fest, knew I wish they would have said, hey, MJ, come out to Phil Fest.
Yeah, right
I would have been there.
So in the Racetrack Road Country Way area, there's a huge Filipino cultural foundation back there. That's where they host Phil Fest.
Well, I love Filipino food. We had phenomenal food while we were there with my little Tampa diving crew. Hey, Cash Kitty's coming up again at 10 o'clock. So, folks, it is 9:41 right now. You want to keep listening all day. First of all, after the MJ Morning Show, you get great Q105 music, best of the 80s, 90s, and more. And then you get the chance to play with the Cash Kitty. So we did it at 8 o'clock. The Cash Kitty hits again at 10, then at noon, then at 3, then at 5. So listen all day. You'll get great music while you work. And your chance to win $1,000 5 times a day with the Cash Kitty here on Q105. So this switched at birth story. I don't want to it's a long, long story, but man, I can't even imagine this. So, you know what's happened with these ancestry sites? And I know that 23andMe, that's a big crap fest right now. But listen, people got legitimate data. And then also you have Ancestry.com. Listen to this. A Long Island, New York guy switched at birth with a baby born minutes apart. Guess what? Families have the same last name.
Oh, no.
Doesn't that suck?
Oh.
All these years later, found out that the baby was switched. 60 years later. Can you imagine what goes through your head on what should have been the family you were supposed to be with? And I can't even imagine that. Kevin McMahon, 64 years old, is suing Jamaica Hospital in Queens.
Good luck.
My grandfather had a heart attack. They snuck me up the stairwell to go visit my grandfather at Jamaica Hospital when I was like 8 years old.
A couple years prior, this guy was getting switched at birth.
Yeah. Kevin McMahon, 64, now suing Jamaica Hospital in Queens over the alleged screw-up occurred May 26, 1960. And DNA tests confirmed that his nagging suspicion was accurate, that he wasn't his parents' biological son. Yeah, it was like the missing jigsaw puzzle. He works in telecom now.
How do you have a nagging suspicion that you're not your parents?
Maybe didn't look anything like mom or dad.
Or behave anything like them.
Yeah. McMahon said he grew up tormented by some family members because they suspected he wasn't a blood relative. The man finally learned the devastating truth in 2020 when the woman he knew as Sister Carol Vignola submitted her DNA to the genetic database Ancestry.com and discovered that she had biological brother that she was unaware of. And that's how this whole thing unraveled. Is that the same name? So, what, McMahon? There were two McMahons having a baby at Jamaica Hospital
on that day,
May 26th of 1960, and the babies got mixed. Babies got swapped.
Are the parents still alive?
No, they're gone.
Oh my God.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Is he going to meet the person he was swapped with? Tell him how crappy his other family would have been?
Well, no, he found out because a woman on the other family.
Yeah, but she wasn't the one that was swapped.
No, but they found out she was his sister.
Yeah, so that's how it unfolded. It unraveled.
What a nightmare.
Yeah, I mean, absolute complete nightmare, because you start when you do the ancestry deals, you get the they'll give you the list of like 23andMe, which is again a mess right now, but they'll give you you'll get like the percentage of match, like they know first cousin, they know brother, and that's how it popped up, and they figured out that oops. I mean, can you go after Jamaica Hospital 60 years later? In Jamaica, Queens, New York.
I mean, who's alive? From
You passed that on that mess of a Van Wyck on the way to JFK. You'll just look over, you'll see Jamaica Hospital. It's right there.
Oh,
by the way, I say Van Wyck. I don't say Van Wyck. Yeah, go ahead.
It said that he was mistreated, with the family, and there was some assumption that there was some cheating that had gone on because he didn't look like the other members of the family.
Yep.
Ugh.
So they thought maybe that there was infidelity and mom got impregnated by somebody else. I mean, there are so many elements to the story.
The old man hated the old lady for years for an affair she never had?
Can you imagine the mental torment of feeling that you were cheated by not being where you were supposed to be in something as sacred as procreation and being part of a family?
He had olive skin and brown eyes, and most of the rest of the other family had blue eyes, fair skin, and freckles.
Yeah. I mean, it's like...
I mean, come on.
I don't belong here.
Like,
This isn't my place.
One of these things is not like the other.
Whoops. I mean, that's insane. Oh, you know what I didn't shoot? I'll mention this more tomorrow. I just didn't get around to it. I did not shoot my carbon monoxide video that I wanted to post as a little public service. You know, my CO detector, which I've been touting for years and years and years, with the tragic death of the former Yankees player's son in Costa Rica, then the 3 college kids in was that Belize where that happened? I will shoot the video. I was going to do it this weekend, but I did not. However, a couple of things that I did post over the weekend. If you want to take a look, I did post the bro video. So we Fester had Jen in our web and video department put together Andrew's supercut of bro from the crazed maniacal captain video down in Punta Gorda. We took all the bros and we just put it to the video, and that's up on my Instagram at Certified MJ Radio, as well as my brother yesterday sent me a picture of a car that he was behind in Fort Lauderdale, and it's a Dodge Charger. And the back bumper says King. It says King Mopar Kong. It says King Kong and then Mopar, right?
Mopar King Kong.
Right, Mopar King Kong. And then above the taillights on like the back deck, the guy has spelled out, "Yo, bitch, probably in here."
Probably right.
What?
He probably right.
That's class, man. So I posted it. It's on. It's a little video, and I posted the wide shot of the car, and then the back where it says "Yo, bitch, probably in here." That is terrible. And it's on. If you want to take a look at this, it's on my Instagram, Certified MJ Radio. It's the last thing posted, Certified MJ Radio. And then I will, Michelle, you got to shoot the carbon monoxide. I'm just, it's like a 30-second deal. So I'm going to sit somewhere in the house, and I just need you to run the camera while I show the carbon monoxide detector, because it's just important that people get this and travel with it.
Yes.
You know,
very
with some of these high-profile cases recently. All right, so City of St. Pete did approve the roof for the Trop.
Great.
So that came down, what was it, Thursday? So almost $23 million. Do you know that the new material, it's made in Germany, but then it's sent to China to get assembled and then sent back to the U.S.? So I don't know if it's going to get German tariffs on there for the material, then Chinese tariffs. I mean,
there's only one country of import.
Yeah, but
whatever country it's of import.
But have they factored in the 22 point whatever million that was approved? Is the price going up because of the tariff deal all of a sudden?
Leave two sections off.
All right, so that's happening. I guess that's it. What time is it? 9:49. All right, 11 minutes away from the Cash Kitty. Cash Kitty's on the way at 10 a.m. Listen up for the next word for you to text. It's simple. You text a word to the text number we'll give you. It's 45911. Wait for the word, text it, and you could win $1,000 with the Cash Kitty. So 10 a.m., then noon, then 3, then 5 p.m., and then we'll do it all over again tomorrow morning at 8 a.m. The Cash Kitty is back here on Q105, 104.7 FM. Wade, great to have you in here, my friend.
Yeah, thanks, MJ. Glad to be here.
All right, so we'll have you in again.
Yeah.
Let me know what day this week is good for you.
Hey, the big event. Well, it's a pretty busy week. The big event's Thursday, right?
So maybe we'll have you on Wednesday again.
Mornings are free, sure.
Yeah.
I'll come
What's
by
the
Wednesday.
website people go to get tickets and more information?
It's HometownTitanRetreat.com.
HometownTitanRetreat.com.
And it's going to be at the Mahaffey Theater.
The Skip Mahaffey Theater.
The Skip Mahaffey Theater on rest in peace, Skip Mahaffey. Is he dead? No. It's Tom Rivers is gone. Yeah, I think Skip's still alive.
Screwed that joke up. I know. He's doing really well. Skip Mahaffey's a great guy.
And we're done. Michelle, any final words?
None from me.
Before you have words with me in the car on the way home?
Mm-hmm.
I do anything wrong today? Are we okay? Are we cool?
No, I mean, we
Residual weekend.
Residual weekend. Oh, the movies.
Tomorrow.
Let
we'll just do it tomorrow.
Let me just all right.
Just give the names now. We'll get into it tomorrow.
Yeah, exactly. Saw two great movies, and they're older movies. From 2020, we watched The Invisible Man with Elizabeth Moss. And it's not like some of the old Elizabeth Moss.
Okay, just shut up.
Your favorite girl, Fester.
Give the next one.
So, man, what a great movie. And then Outside In was another kind of low-budget indie kind of movie. It was fantastic. All right, see you back here tomorrow morning. MJ Morning Show on Q105, 104.7 FM. See you tomorrow morning, and please, my friends, let's be careful out there.
Hear the latest MJ Morning Show podcast on the Q105 app, powered by